up our feet and waiting, the 2021 season has begun. And there's already been a lot of action. Because the NFL never takes a nap. Free agency, pro days, hirings and firings, the draft, training camp, and more. We will keep you in the know with all the news, insights, and analysis. Football is always in season here. Your exclusive home to the NFL at Super Bowl 56, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel. Language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien. Hey, wait a second. It's not 3 o'clock yet. What just happened here? How did we end up on the air? I knew it seemed too soon. Yo, you know what? I ain't doing nothing for another minute. I ain't doing nothing. I didn't get paid for this hour.
No wonder Randy's not here.
Yeah, he just left the room, and I'm sitting here kind of doing my thing, and boy, something must have got messed up. That was weird.
I don't know what happened.
Well, yeah, I'm serious. I'm not doing anything. So we just, Phil, you could just talk for a minute if you want.
All right. Hey, Randy,
It's
how you
principle. It's a principle of the matter.
doing? Yeah, Randy, how you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
Well, I'm on the air, as are you.
Uh-huh.
And,
I refuse to be on the air for more than 3 hours, so I'm not on the air. We went on
you're
early
not?
for some reason. I don't know why we went
You're
on
not
early.
the air.
I'm not on the air. You guys can be on the air for 15 more seconds.
15 more seconds.
Oh, well, it's the Randy and Phil show. I get first billing because I'm older than you.
That's fair.
And,
That's fair. Do I get $1 more than you?
No.
Oh.
And so
You get 72% of what he gets.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. And we've got a great show for you today, but unfortunately,
Well, hey,
that's
everybody,
time for
look,
us to
it's
go.
3 o'clock. It's time now for the Daily Blender. Hey, I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil there in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and you guys are on the Summit Mail Medical text line, 888-368-1580. Trying to figure out what the hell just happened there. I don't know. But now we're on. We weren't on, but now we're on. Everything's
I
fine.
blame the guys that are on just before us.
Yeah, I'd blame the Barstool guys. A lot of drinking going on there.
A lot of people
Anyway, so we start the show today. I mean, I'm in trouble. I'm already in big trouble. My wife just left the house, and I'm in huge trouble because
What's going on, Jeffco?
she just went to get her eyes checked.
Oh.
That will not end well for me.
I don't
she's-
think that's has any.
For what? Yeah, what does that have to
bearing
do
on
with
you.
you?
Well, then she comes back with perfect eyesight. She sees what she married, and it's all downhill from here.
Now, Jeffrey, we've been through this several times. Your wife has had her eyes checked before, and she has remained.
This is a new
married.
doctor, Randy. It's a new doctor. The
I
old
see.
one was kind of an idiot. This one, I'm worried about it.
Okay, so you're thinking that her eyesight wasn't fixed before because the other doctor was an
listen,
idiot. This
listen,
one
no,
is
he
new.
won't. This new guy, he doesn't accept bribes. I am hosed, man.
Oh, so you're saying that you bribed the other one unnecessarily, I might add.
She couldn't quite ever figure out why her close-up vision was not quite right. It's because I slipped the other guy, a $5 now and then. And now this new guy, I tried to slip it to him, and he's like, no. And oh, damn it. So now she's driving over there right now. God knows what is going to happen to me this weekend.
Well, maybe many wonderful things will happen to you this weekend, Jeffco. Perhaps for the very first time, she'll see you as she's never seen you before and fall even more madly in love with you.
Well, she doesn't need good eyesight to know that one is real.
You know, I mean, who else could be manlier than you? Who else can drink whiskey like you? Who else can grill like you? Who else has a great sensibility and personality like you? I think she's going to see you now and see your extreme handsomeness and manliness. And boy, are you in for a very fun and event-filled weekend.
Or no. Because while, yes, all the things you just described are true about me, I basically, the character Gaston in Beauty and the Beast
no kidding.
It was, basically based on me. But I don't got the Gaston looks, Randy.
No,
I don't got the
one's
looks.
slick as Jeffrey.
I
One's
got-
quick as Jeffrey.
I got
no
nothing.
one's neck is
So I don't know what to do. Sometimes when you outkick your coverage, it becomes very apparent at some point. By the way, that movie, Beauty and the Beast, I had to watch it because I had kids.
Which
And
one?
all I could think is maybe Belle wouldn't be so looked down upon by all the damn village people if she didn't go around singing about how boring their asses were every other day with all the animals and singing and they're like, you people are boring. It sucks to be here. And it's like, hey, Belle, why don't you keep your damn mouth shut and get a hobby? Okay.
But she does it after identifying each and every one. Here comes the baker and the librarian and everything. Oh, it's so boring here. And it's like, welcome all of us here.
The baker is like, I worked hard to learn how to do this. You don't appreciate my bread.
What?
I mean, seriously,
what's happening here?
I'm just saying that Belle from Beauty and the Beast is a bitch. That's what I'm saying right there. She should be ashamed of herself.
Okay.
Everything she did. And that whole thing with her dad. Don't get me started.
We did. That was 3 minutes early. That was part of both the Randy and Phil show, and then the Jeffrey O'Brien features the Daily Blender.
No wonder I was making my coffee, and no wonder you guys were already chatting me up when I got back to the studio.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to be running late anyways because I was working on something today. I tried to go back in time to kill Alexander Hamilton, so Phil would stop singing those damn songs in the office before the show. When I returned to the future, I actually achieved it, and then they just ended up working my time machine in the musical, and Phil was still singing, so it was a complete waste of time. There was a lot of money and plutonium involved in that.
Jeffrey O'Brien killed him.
Yeah, I mean, it just was very specific, but whatever. We'll see what happens. We know there is something that I am looking forward to this weekend, Sunday at 12:30. That's right, Game 1 of the playoffs for the Suns against the Fakers, Le Baby and LeBrow. Coming to town because, the Suns have home court advantage. I don't know how much that's going to make a difference. What they got? They have full house, or is it 5,000? What's the deal?
I believe 6,000 is the cap right now. 6,000 over at Gila River. Yeah.
So, listen, we got home court advantage. That has to help some. And nobody's really giving the Suns much of a chance. They're saying, oh, what a great season. Oh, too bad they got to face these guys. But I actually kind of like their chances. I kind of like this matchup. It's going to be extremely entertaining. And you're going to have to see two teams play a little bit differently, adjust to the way the other one plays. Now, granted, it would seem that the Lakers and their defense has it up on the Suns' version of defense, but you have to think that Monty's going to have them ready for this. That he's going to say, listen, we know we're capable. We know what we have to do, but now we have to do that. No more lazy, no more saunter. You get at that. You go after that ball. You give them troubles. And, listen, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm sure that Chris Paul has already started talking to this team. They probably had a light practice today. They'll probably have another one tomorrow in preparation, kind of working out some schemes and plays for the Lakers and how to attack them. Listen, the great thing about this is it is a series, not a one game type of situation. So if you win the first one, you lose the first one. It's not that big of a situation. You've got other games to make up. However, you would like to see the Phoenix Suns just really put a good blistering on the Lakers and a wake-up call to all the critics out there.
Every win matters. I want this one. I want this first one. And you're right. They could win it, and then the Lakers could come back and beat the hell out of them. But every game is its own game, and you just got to try to win every single one. Every game matters. I mean, if they get down 3 games, then it's like, well, okay, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
It's going to take you 3 games that they're down for you to finally say, you know what, we might be in trouble.
We might be in trouble.
Yeah, we might be inching towards something really bad here.
Listen, I'm the guy who doesn't get too uptight, and rightfully so, when a team is down 10 points at any given time. The only time you have to worry about being 10 points down is about 4, maybe 3 minutes out from the end of the game. I'd say 4 is about standard. If you're working a 10-point deficit, there's very little chance. I'm not saying no chance, but there's very little chance you're going to be able to come back. We saw what the Lakers did to the Warriors in a very short amount of time when they were able to chip away, come back, and then make them hurt. So listen, this is I'm not going to say is it going to be easy. I'm not going to sit here and crow and brag like Phil. Oh, it's going to be a sweep. It's going to be I'm just saying they got a damn good chance. They got a damn good chance of doing very well and winning this thing. So let's just support the team and hope for the best and not be like Phil, who bandwagons and runs away at the first sign of trouble.
Oh boy.
So who's the next team you got your eye on if the Lakers let you down?
The Toronto Raptors.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
No.
Why not go Canadian? Yeah, that'll just piss me off even more.
I'm curious. Are we going to be giving our predictions for this series? Are we waiting for the end of the show? Or are we just going to wait till after game 1? Then you guys see where it's heading, or what?
No, I can't even really predict it.
Oh,
because,
come on.
No, I want the Suns to win.
Sure.
I don't know what they're going to look like coming out. I honestly can't tell you.
I'll give you my prediction right now. Suns in 6 games, and I'm only giving them 6 because the Lakers have such a vaulted history, have so many championships. So in respect, I will give them some respect. However, the Suns will win in 6 games.
All right.
I think if the Suns win, it'll go 7. I think it's not going to be easy. None of this is going to be easy. And, I'm like, again, I'm not sitting around strutting and crowing like Phil that, oh, my team is just going to kick your team's butt. You got 2 players and, we've got a bunch more than that. So I don't know. I like our chances. I just can't put any sort of a picture on this. I mean, I'm pretty good at doing that with other teams, but right now in this situation, there's a giant question mark on will the Suns show up and play defense? If the Suns show up and show they can play defense, if they say they win this game Sunday and they're showing they can play defense and that they're getting their act together, then 6 games, maybe 7 if LeBron pulls some hero ball. But it's going to take the Suns playing actual defense to even hope to win against the Lakers.
Look, guys, the point is that this Sunday, this game 1 is pivotal. Sincerely, if the Suns lose, I will not have any faith in them having a chance to win this. Now, if they win, that's standard. Let's go along with the rest of the series. But losing that first game, losing the advantage of having a week off that the Lakers did not have because they were forced to play in the playing game, having the Lakers now finally having their full roster, their full assembly of pieces, finally play together for both the playing game and getting a win in the first game of the series. That's the advantage that you've got. That's why you have home field advantage. To lose it all in game 1 is a tremendous blow, would be a tremendous blow towards the Phoenix Suns actually overcoming this obstacle and this challenge in this series that I still don't think that they can do. But losing game 1 would be horrendous for the Phoenix Suns.
It'd be bad, but it's not anything you can't overcome. We have weirdness here on the text line. The first 2 texters just before the show started, one was from Colorado. The other one is from, I think, San Francisco. The first one says, CP3 and Booker are going to torch the Lakers all series to lead them to win the series over LA in 6 games. So he was agreeing with Randy on 6. Yep. The other one says Lakers have all the pressure on them to beat the Suns, which is just the way the Suns like it. And Mr. Wilbur says time for Friday funnies. No, Wilbur. No.
No.
All right. Well, let's just see how this one goes. How many good Laker fans does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Oh, boy.
I see.
None. Exactly. There's no such thing as a good Laker fan. Faded Hero Icon says Crocodile Dundee. I have no idea why you just said that.
Good
but okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Megatron says, drop Phil's manliness another peg. No man should be standing around singing Disney songs.
Hey, no, that was Randy. No,
No, that was you they were
one
quoting. No,
like
that was
Jeffrey.
absolutely you. Randy wasn't doing that.
He was pretty
No.
much doing it just to the beat without actually.
He wasn't
saying
No.
even. He was doing it from his heart. He's not even seen that movie.
no.
Heelden
one
Mike says,
big
if the
like
fakers
Jeffrey.
are ripe for the picking, it's right now while the fruit is kind of hanging low. Well,
Yep.
the fruit might be hanging low, and I don't like it. I don't want LeBron and I don't want Anthony Davis showing up injured. I want this to be honest, because if they're hobbled in any way, we're just going to always hear from Phil. Well, if it not had been healthy, it would have been a sweep. I want to
Mhm.
see this be an honest game. That's
No,
it.
what
I
you'll be
don't
he-
want those guys hurt.
What you'll be hearing from me is dang on that tattoo. That hurts.
Yeah,
Mm.
well, that's happening. Injuries or not.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
we are shaking on that. We are good.
Yeah.
We are okay. Cool. Just
I
making
thought we
sure.
already did that yesterday.
I'm making sure. I'm having it double checked. Whenever
Yeah,
these things
the
happen.
bet is official.
Okay.
If the Suns beat the Lakers in this series, then Phil has to get a Suns logo tattoo on his shoulder, and not huge, but not so small you can't see it. Just
Sure.
about
Discernible.
that big right there.
Discernible,
And
yeah.
the Suns logo with little flames coming off it. And if the Lakers win, then I have to wear a Lakers Speedo underneath my clothes. Nobody has to see it, but my wife will verify that it is legit and I am wearing it. So, and I have to wear that for the day. So that is the bet. So if you've ever wanted the Suns to win, this is the time to do it. This is the time to put all your positive energy towards the Phoenix Suns so that bandwagon Laker fan Phil has to get a Suns tattoo, an actual legitimate tattoo on his shoulder.
One more note, one added element to the bet was that anybody, because there were loads and lines of people that wanted to make bets against me for this series as well. If you want a part of this bet and you were going to do that, part of the thing is that on your honor code, on your honor system, if the Lakers somehow pull this off and they win because they are the lower seeded, it's going to be a tremendous journey for them. We all know this. If they somehow win, then you have to donate $10 to the Arizona Sports Angels.
Well, and that's all fine and good, but I'm not going to chase people down
No,
for that.
no,
If
no.
you feel like giving to a good cause, it's always appreciated over at ArizonaSportsAngels.org.
Just remind me.
Bala51 says, I absolutely hate to say this, but I agree with Phil on losing game one being a tragedy.
Yeah, again, everything I've
Is
ever
this-
said is not emotionally based. This is all just logic, and that would be horrendous to lose each and every advantage you have gained from being the higher seed, from not having to play in the play-in game, from gained to having to get home field advantage, losing it all
Is
in
this-
game one.
Is it a 5-game or 7-game series? I believe it's 7, right?
7-game series.
Oh, okay.
It's official. Fed fan says Suns win series in 5 because the baby is going to fake an injury after game 3.
Okay,
Ah.
wait, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Circumcised
he's gonna
mosquito.
fake an injury.
Yeah, like he's been doing all season. Yeah.
Playoff.
Circumcised Mosquito says, Randy, can we get a PGA championship update from you?
Wow, let me get that up there, and I'll,
Well, I can
bring you
tell
a
ya.
PGA Championship update here.
It's the
in
day of
just
guys with weird names.
few
Yeah.
moments here. So
Mickelson's
The guy
currently
who's
number 3.
currently in first is Luis Oosthuizen.
No,
And
well,
then his fellow man from South Africa, Christian Bizinga, is he's down there tied for 4th.
it's Louis Oosthuizen is the leader. Brooks
That's what
Koepka
I
is
said.
also tied for the lead. It looks like, and Phil Mickelson in 3rd is what I see here.
Yeah, Phil was hanging in there for a while. The old man was getting it done, and then he lost a step there. And Luis Oosthuizen is this the end of play today, or is there still more golf going on?
I believe there's still more golf. There's still golfers on the course right now as we speak.
So if somebody else starts to do well, we might start to see this change. But right now, Luis Oosthuizen and Brooks Koepka are both 6 under par right now. Phil Mickelson is 5 under, and nobody else matters. I mean,
Hideki Matsuyama is in 4th place at -3. Bryson DeChambeau and Brendan Grace are in 4th place, along with Boozy Hudenboot.
exquisite pronunciation.
It sounds like somebody is trying hard not to sneeze on that. Also out on the course is by the way, this is in South Carolina. We all think
Yes, it
of
is.
Florida as the land of alligators, but on the course right there during a Jason Vinner, who was who's trying to get out of the rough there, it looks like alligator just starts running back behind him there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Mhm.
It looks like he's running on top of the water. Must have been shallow.
There are alligators there in South Carolina, especially along the sandy coasts of the Kiwigi Island.
Mm-hmm. So I like it. This when I know gators might come out of the rough and attack, that makes me want to start watching. That adds
There
a
you
whole
go.
nother level of interest for me in this game.
Oh, yeah.
But so all right, we've chosen our guys yesterday, and let's see, John Rahm, how's he doing? Is he doing all right? I got Xander
he's,
Schauffele, and
you see, John Rahm is right now. John Rahm.
Phil
is,
chased the chalk with
I
KO
don't
Pectate.
Looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I don't know where Rahm is right now. Jordan Spieth is +4. I believe the cut line is
Oh, I got-
+4. So
Yeah,
He
Rahm
may-
is +3.
yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
Rahm.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is. John Rahm +3 right now. Mhm.
Sergio Garcia is in the basement, +6. Sorry. So.
Xander's at +4 right now. Xander Schauffele, your guy.
All right. Well, if anything interesting happens, we will let you know. So there you go. Circumcised mosquito. Chief Skull's burner phone says, "Afternoon, gents. I just heard that bet. Jeffrey and a Speedo. I almost hurled. It'll be under my clothes.
Yeah, no,
I will be the only one in discomfort. I will not put anyone else in discomfort. You will never, ever see this. That's not part of the bet that you would ever see it." Battle of 51 says, "Jeffrey, I would much rather listen to Fakers fans and the favoritory media cry about the Suns beating a hobbled Lecrayer than the Suns ever lose this series. Oh, listen, I want the Suns to win no matter what because tattoo. But LeBaby and LeBrow, who knows what's going to happen there? Napa Bob sent me a photo of the Rolling Stones tattoo you. I don't know why, but he did.
Rolling Stone.
In honor of Phil potentially having to get a son's tattoo.
Oh, geez. I'm so tired today. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, let's talk about what happened last night. That's right. We have basketball to talk about, but at some point we'll have to talk about the baseball too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's the greatest spectacle in racing. Speed of 230 miles per hour, 200 laps, 500 miles.
Only one driver takes home the Borg Warner Trophy and gets the icy cold drink of milk in victory lane.
For 105 years, it has been a Memorial Day tradition. The Indianapolis 500. Hear it live, May 30th, on your home for the Indy 500, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Are you a business owner looking for funding? Greenbox Capital is here to help by providing easy working capital loans in as little as 24 hours. Visit greenboxcapital.com/apply now to fill out a short form and get started today. With funding from $3,000 to $500,000, Greenbox Capital can help. Visit greenboxcapital.com/apply now to receive a special offer of 10% off cost of working capital. Greenboxcapital.com/apply now and get business funding needed without stress from traditional lenders. Greenboxcapital.com/apply now. Fast funding for small businesses.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 103rd PGA Championship, sponsored by Dell. For your small business needs, call a Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. The reigning Masters champion wouldn't mind a second straight major title.
And now Hideki Matsuyama inside 5 feet after a great second shot here at the 13th. This for birdie. This is moving. That drops right into the front door. Matsuyama now 5 under on the card today. That's 6 birdies with a bogey. He's 4 under.
And 2 off the lead. Bill Rosinski, the call at 13. Brooks Koepka and Louis Oosthuizen, the co-leaders at 6 under. They're in the midst of the brutal 5-hole closing stretch at Kiowa. Phil Mickelson is 5 under, 1 back. The number 1 and number 2 players in the world, Dustin Johnson and Justin Thomas, might have to go ski on the weekend. 6 over par, just outside the projected cut. Harry Higgs, 2 long birdies at 17 and 18. He's 1 under. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
It's Small Business Month, and Dell Technologies and Windows are celebrating your unstoppable drive. Save up to 45% on powerful PCs with Windows 10 Pro to work from anywhere, plus top monitors and docks for the ultimate business setup, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right business tech, server, storage, and cloud solutions at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for Small Business Month savings.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide, and we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. It's Classic Rock Friday, and this is Large Marge's playlist. Right there, I believe that was AC/DC, Back in Black, but we didn't get to the hook, really, did we?
Highway.
That's Highway to Hell.
This one is?
Yeah.
I thought that. Wow, you know why? I've always ever heard that hook.
Highway to Hell.
Huh. All right, my bad. 888-368-1580. But Large Marge has got all the music coming back from break in this entire show. And you could too. Just send your playlist, 6 songs, to Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. And if we like your mix, we will throw you on up there. If we don't like your mix, we are going to tell you about it so you can send in a better mix. We ain't playing no more damn Pat Benatar. That's all I'm saying. Talking to you, Navy Brad. Talking to you, man.
Yeah,
anyway,
Pat Benatar, more share.
0% share. Fed fan says, hey, Randy, remember in 93 when the Suns were down 2 games to the Lakers in a 5-game series and Westfall guaranteed a series win? That was epic.
Yeah, sure was.
By the way, I was alive too, Fed fan. I remember that as well. Randy and I were working together at that time. That was when we first started doing a show together.
I wasn't even born.
Nobody cares, Phil. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Phil Simmons, eat a bowl of Richard, you idiot. Suns are going to take down these fakers. They're going to take them to the cleaners.
Oh, okay. I would love to see.
That's a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I would love to see your $10 with the Arizona Sports Angels too. Hop along, buddy. Hop along.
Fed fan says, hey, Randy, remember, sorry. Bruno Baller says in 1990, the Phoenix Suns beat the Lakers in a playoff series. What round was that? And how many games did that series go? Yeah, Phil, you're the resident lifelong Lakers fan.
Let me look it up.
King of Kittens says, hey guys, sup? What a beautiful Friday afternoon. Sup, King Kittens. Good Cat says, sup, fellas. Saw these
What's
kitty
up?
cats. This is okay, I'm just not going to go there with that joke. 888-368-1580. All right, so last night Pujol got himself his first home run as a Dodger. Now he has 668 in his career. I was watching the game and I got excited, which I really should have known better. When they started to look like they were going to come back, then they didn't. And that was the end of that.
Yeah,
So-
well, Dodgers jumped on the D-backs early, second inning, getting 2 runs. That's that they held that lead until the 6th inning when the Diamondbacks tied it up, but they came right back. The Dodgers did in the 7th inning, scoring 3, and that would prove to be the game final score 3-2. But let me give you some positive takeaways here. Ketel Marte is back in the lineup, which is good for us.
For now,
the second positive takeaway is Merrill Kelly actually looked like a good pitcher. He went 7 strong innings. He gave up 6 hits, 300 runs, but he had 12 strikeouts, Jeffrey. And for a team that has been struggling with starting and bullpen pitching, that for me is a very good outing for Merrill Kelly. A quality start. The kid looked like he was confident enough. And so I'm just going to try to keep looking at the positives. They also, the Diamondbacks did, selected the contract of Josh Reddick from AAA Reno. He's coming up to fill the roster spot that used to be held by Yohan Lopez, who was designated for assignment. That's just a nice way of saying the Diamondbacks realized that Yoan's not a good fit for them, and they released him to go about his happy, merry little way. Now, Josh Reddick is an outfielder. The guy is a quality hitter. He hit safely in 9 of 11 games for the Aces at a 304 clip. That's 14 for 46. He gets on base quite a bit. He's got a little pop in his bat, and this guy was he's a bright young team player for the Diamondbacks in their minor league system. So hopefully we can bring him up and see if this kid can shine at the top level. And let's go ahead and just look at the positives from here on out. So Eduardo Escobar hit his 10th home run last night, a 2-run shot off Clayton Kershaw that came in the 4th inning in that 2-run 4th inning for the Diamondbacks. So yeah, there we go.
So, when I turned on the game and I saw the pitching, I thought, is my imagination, or is this guy looking really good for the Diamondbacks? So I guess it wasn't just my imagination on that. It seemed like the Diamondbacks, they're trying to have some fun out there, but just got swept by the Dodgers. Haven't won a game. I guess 5 games they've lost in a row. It's not a good look. They got to do what they can, but yeah, I guess you better start working that farm system because no help is seemingly coming for these guys.
Well, and I got to tell you, if the Diamondbacks held the Dodgers to 3 runs, that's a pretty impressive stat right there, because the Dodgers, with that lineup and that team full of talent, if they're not crushing the ball, that means you're doing something right. So let's look at the positives here. It's going to be a long summer. We open up against Colorado tonight in Colorado. Should be a tough series with the Rockies, because the Rockies are just I think they're 13-2 at home. Meanwhile, they're like 2-12 on the road. So not a good position for the Snakes to go into Colorado, but we'll keep our eyes peeled to the game and see what happens. Maybe we can get a couple of wins and get back on the right track here.
Speaking of minor leaguers, boy, this is just sad. I wish the Diamondbacks could play the Palm Beach Cardinals. They're a minor league team, and I guess when Jacob deGrom went down to rehab, and he just started mowing them down. 102 mile an hour pitch, 99 mile an hour pitch, 105 mile an hour. He threw 41 pitches, 3 perfect innings. He struck out 8 of 9 hitters he faced, 24 strikeouts for 9 innings. And so the Palm Beach Cardinals actually put out a tweet, says, Jacob deGrom's here throwing 102 miles an hour. Somebody send help. They just, a guy like that walks in, you're sitting there thinking, oh, okay, we're going to be facing some other prospect who's trying to make their way up to the majors. And then there's Jacob deGrom, just without any effort at all, sending everybody back to the dugout. That just doesn't seem fair, right? That just not seem fair.
And he's on another clip to be the favorite for the Cy Young again this season. I mean, he had a sub-1 ERA before he got slightly injured, and the injury that he had was not a big injury, wasn't anything major. But this guy is just something to behold. He is. He's one of those really special talents that you want to keep your eye on, because this guy right here, it looks like he has the makings of a Hall of Famer. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on Jacob deGrom this year and moving forward and see what happens there.
Yeah, and if it wasn't bad enough for the Palm Beach Cardinals to have to deal with Jacob deGrom rehabbing, before that they had Noah Syndergaard, the night before. Going nuts on them, throwing 4 scoreless innings, striking out 5, and only allowing 1 hit. So this has not been a good time for Palm Beach Cardinals. They just can't wait till those guys are no longer around. Although probably does sell some tickets, but still, not fair.
Getting to see Jacob deGrom just put up some nasty stats down in Palm Beach, there could be worse things.
It's a lot like, say when a real NFL football team plays the Broncos. It's just not fair.
Oh, boy.
888-368-1580. Large Marge says, I can't wait to watch Phil backpedal like Deion Sanders. Go Suns. And if LA wins out, we're on a highway to hell. Yeah, it's not going to be fun around here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I could possibly backpedal. The only easy way out would be if there's an injury, but come on, that's a cheapened victory.
Chief Skulls Burner says, here's a Diamondbacks positive. There will be a 2022 season. Yeah.
There will be. Yeah.
Hooray.
There
Helaman
will
Mike
be
says, for
a
the second
tomorrow.
time, let's just hope that LeBaby and LeBrow come home, come here and leave sunburn. Burn in hell, Lakers.
Lakers.
Burn in hell, Lakers.
Have I ever told
Shut
you
the
guys
hell up,
Hell
Phil.
up.
how much I love that this has been birthed?
Yeah, this doesn't work too good when we're from our home studios because
No.
the delay doesn't
The
do
delay.
it very
Yeah.
well.
Oh no. Oh no.
No worries. There's always Monday.
Yes,
Helaman
there
Mike,
is.
thank you for that, sir. Napa Bob says, here's a blast from the past. Chick Hearn, rebound to Rambus, up and down now. Yo-yoing, yo-yo-wing. I don't know.
Good Lord. What was
Wow.
all that?
Yo-yoing? I don't know. Maybe we should have played the clip instead. I met Chick Hearn. I don't think he sounded anything like that. Bala51 says, it's so funny to listen to Randy stutter through his unsure, hopefully positive take on the Diamondbacks. Does he even believe what he's actually saying?
Actually, I do. Yeah. I mean, you got to look in a season like this. All you can do is look at the positives. You can't just go in every day. Yeah, we lost. We got our asses kicked. We need to get better. This team sucks. You got to look at the positives here and the building blocks for this team. So, yeah, I believe exactly on what I'm saying.
Always look on the bright side of life. Okay,
Always
Bala51.
look on the
Wow.
bright
Is your name
side
Eric
of
Idle? Then you stop singing that right now. Don't you just stop it right now. How dare you do that?
It could have been Jim Carrey.
So when everybody is worried that Bill Gates is trying to slip, little microchips and stuff into your vaccines because I don't know why you already have a phone in your hand, so it's not like anybody needs to track you anyway.
Yeah.
But when he's, if you're worried about that, how do you feel about Patrick Mahomes trying to put microchips in the footballs?
Oh.
Kind of new world order is this? Catch up on my steak, boy. What's going on? You don't put the chip. Oh, there's already chips in the footballs.
Yeah.
Here's what he's saying. He says, listen, they've already got chips in the footballs. Why don't they use that same technology, to let us know when the ball actually does cross the plane into a touchdown? And I saw that and I read that and I thought, oh, yeah, he's right. But except for one thing. The chip is in there and there's a GPS so you can see where the ball goes and speed, blah, 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 blah. Which end of the ball is it in?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. So if somebody puts their hand across, but the chip is in their hand, but the other part of the ball breaks the plane, then you won't know for sure. So the only way this works is if you put a chip at both ends of the ball and possibly like three, one in the middle and two on the other end. So that way, any part of the ball goes across the plane, it should be represented by that chip. It's not a perfect science, but it could be a perfect science.
What is the technology they use for tennis? Because I know that stuff is instantaneous.
Well, that's just a ball, and you can throw one chip in it, and it's a small ball, and it just represents that spot. But the football being oblong, who knows which? All it takes is a teeny bit of that ball to cross the plane, and you got a touchdown.
Even the laces.
Harder to, I guess harder to chip.
Yeah, because in football, you fight for that inch.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, so I like this idea. I think it's I don't know why they haven't done it already, except for the fact of what I just said. You'd probably have to put 3 chips instead of 1. And also, hey, what about the automobile industry? Patrick Mahomes, they can't build cars anymore because they don't have any computer chips. They've actually shut down some automobile factories. They're like, well, we could build the car but then it will just sit there because there's no chips to put in the little computer thing there. See what we've done? Yeah, that's it. Let's go back to the way cars used to be made. No computer chips. You just throw that thing together, you tune it up right, fix it under a tree, get all that crap out of the engine. Give me an engine, give me the basics, and let me drive the hell out of there.
I don't know. A lot of people are now relying on that backwards camera. A lot of people I know have used that and not gone home. They are now they couldn't parallel park if their life depended on it.
Well, snowflakes, fine, whatever, but I don't need it. You can take mine. You want the chip for mine? Go ahead and take it out of my car because I end up using the mirrors anyway. And it's funny because with my muscle car, it has the backup camera, but also makes a noise when you're getting close to something. And it's like, boop. But what it does, it makes it sound like somebody on the radio is swearing. So as I back up, it's like, And then this man, boo, and said this, it always cracks me up.
Yeah.
But I don't need it. I got mirrors. I know how to drive a car. So, you can have mine.
Randy, do you know how to drive a car?
Yes, I do.
With or without a chip?
Don't need one.
Don't need one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. You can take my automatic transmission because I can drive a stick.
That's right.
Phil's trying to struggle. He's like, what's a stick? Fed Fan says they have sensor machines on the tennis courts that picks up the lines and where the tennis balls land. Oh, well, so there's no chip in the actual ball?
I didn't think that there was. So part of it, because it actually lands on the what is that? The playing field for tennis, the court.
It's called the court.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the court.
Thank you. Thank you so much. They can actually sensitize it to where it is on the boundary within the court, as
Seems
opposed to
easier to put a little chip in the ball than it does put all those damn sensors in the court. And by the way, I want somebody to tell me the truth. I want the damn truth. When I pull up to the stoplight, is there really a sensor in the pavement underneath? Because I'm going back and forth like an idiot trying to get that damn light to go. Am I just wasting my time, or is there a sensor under there?
I see what you're saying.
I think it depends on where you are. If you're in Scottsdale, definitely. If you're in Buckeye, hit or miss.
Dear God, if I'm on Buckeye, I'm not stopping at any light. I'm just going straight through to get the hell out in fear. Are you kidding? Faded Hero Icon says, okay, boys, listen to me. What if they made a big chip and they made it into the skin of the football? So the entire ball is, in essence, a chip.
Interesting.
My God.
That's brilliant.
We are
actually, no. Listen, hear him out,
Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Just because we have the technology doesn't mean we should.
Ooh, we should get with Ralph from Harmon Solar about this. We definitely should talk to
This
him.
is stage one of the Terminators.
Because if
uprising.
the ball also has solar panels in it,
oh my God.
this is, we got to get him on the phone. Large Mark says, we got to put a chip in the guy's knee so we know when he's down. Okay, that's another thing. Chips in everybody's knee pads.
There we go.
Chip those. Why? Because referees are just that damn bad. That's why. We got no. Listen, the ball. I can see that thing being chipped up, but everything else getting chipped up, no, it's not necessary. But maybe it is, because why? The referees are that damn bad. Napa Bob says, yes, Bill Gates for world control, population control. It's in the Bible. No one will be able to buy or sell without any of this. That's one reason I'm not getting the scamdemic corona vaccine.
Yep.
You realize you. Can I show you? I'm going to show you the mark of the beast. Are you ready for this? Here it is. There's your mark of the beast. You already carry something. You can't buy or sell without your credit card. You can't buy or sell that. Your credit card could be your mark of the beast. Your phone having all your financial stuff on it can be the mark of the beast. There's no reason for them to put chips in you. You are willingly carrying one in your hand, my friend. Anyways, we got to take a break. We come back. Let's talk some chipless football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
I'm Cisco Miranda, owner of Miranda Delivery Service. As a business owner, my job is to provide the best quality service for our customers. Affinity Technology helped us reinvent our business processes, using technology to make us more efficient. I didn't know I needed technology consulting, but my ROI has been off the charts. Affinity Technology has saved us more than 80 man-hours a week and has helped me get back to what I do best, focus on my customers. Visit atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com and see how better technology processes can help your small business.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in. And man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations. And they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic. You'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintine, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Are you seeing what is going on in the home buying market right now? Unbelievable. Not enough inventory, and there is a ton of demand. Some of these homes are getting 30, 40, 50 offers on them. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other buyers who are in line? I have a way. Use the Lund Mortgage Team. Lund Mortgage Team is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience right here in the Valley. They have a great reputation, and it is a trustworthy pre-approval. And on top of that, they are quick. That's one of the things. You got to come equipped and be ready to buy. So what you need to do is make that first phone call to 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Get that pre-approval going and then get yourself ready to go buy that home of your dreams. Go online, lundmortgageteam.com, or call 623-875-9940.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And yes, the Suns will play the Lakers Sunday morning at noon 30. That's morning for me, by the way. That's breakfast time on a Sunday. So,
Amen.
It's going to be interesting to eat my bacon and my pancakes and kick back and watch the game. I think it's going to be awesome. Is anybody going to the game? Any of you guys out there? 888-368-1580. Let me know if you're going to the game. I'm kind of curious as to how that's all going to be and how the atmosphere ends up being. I think it's going to be nuts. I think it's going to be amazing. And, you know, if you can take 5,000-6,000 people and make them sound the way I think you can, the Suns are going to be just fine. By the way, is there a difference in how the capacity is for the Lakers in Staples Center versus what the capacity is for the Suns? Because I know Arizona is more loose with their criteria than say the Californians. So I'm kind of curious if you could tell me what the actual capacity for LA is versus for the Phoenix Suns. 888-368-1580. Chamoy says, hold on now, boys. Hold on now. Even if Madden can't get every call right. What?
So, Jeffrey, you were asking about Staples Center in
Yes,
California. What it says here, that indoor activities are permitted only if guests are vaccinated or tested, and attendance is limited to a maximum of 150 people.
Wow. So home court advantage for the Suns is way better than home court advantage for the Lakers. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's what you get for being from California. 888-368-1580. Senior Wake and Bake says, I feel like Phil has an out because Lebaldi and Lebrow get hurt like they've been, lately. Phil's really going to go back to bumbling on this one.
So
I'm still looking up the capacity for the Suns.
Gotcha.
The capacity for the Suns arena is at the beginning was 8,359. It's now 11,000 are able to go to the arena to watch the Suns and the Lakers.
So you're telling me that what we have here is 11,000 versus 150.
Yes.
That's amazing. Lightning Bolt says, my job that I retired from was fixing traffic lights. Yes, there are sensors, but when you back up, you lose that sensor. So when you pull forward, you lose that sensor. So going back and forth doesn't do you any good. So the thing is, go right up to the line and wait. Is that what you're saying, Lightning Bolt? Because, well, I've been doing it wrong for a long time now then. Baby Guy Dak says, hey guys, happy Friday. If the ball had a chip, then the Flakegate, that could never happen again. I don't know if the chip actually measures pressure like your car does.
Could it measure air pressure like that within?
Now you got like a sensor in there that would probably be kind of bulky. You throw a little microchip in there, you're not going to notice. If you start putting all these other features in there, it's going to start to get weird and wobbly. Booger Wolf says the Bronco cheerleaders must have pom-poms made of French fries. Ooh, those ladies are beastly hogs. Down with the Bronkies.
Whoa.
Have you seen your cheerleaders?
That is way above the line. Yeah, there's how do I put this? There's a hitting average that's been low across the entire league, but that doesn't mean that it's fair. Yeah, it's not exclusive to the Broncos. Calm down there, buddy. Jeez.
Yeah, for some reason, the talent pool of cheerleaders is not what it used to be, which really it's good. It's a good thing. What I mean by that is that women have found that, they can do better than just being a cheerleader, that they can go out there and work just as cool a job as any man can. And, you don't got to just sit around being pretty. So, that's what happens. We've lost a lot of the good talent from the cheerleader pool. And it's been very obvious with HD TV. Yeah. Wow. 4K has made it even more obvious.
Although I got to be honest, though, the cheerleading, it never added to a game for me. Now, it's never been an interest for me in any form or capacity with cheerleading. It's never been a draw. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm there to watch the game. I don't care about the girl who's doing her thing. It's never done nothing for me neither. Yeah. But if they're going to cut away to a shot of these ladies, hey, director, cameraman, if the girl looks like maybe back up a little bit, maybe back the camera up a lot, maybe maybe from across the feet. Don't force that on me at home. Yeah. I'm sitting there trying to eat my chip and dip, and I see that, and I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. King Kitten says, hey, Randy, where's the Wonder Dog? Where's
Cecil's the Wonder Dog? Right now, he's outside taking care of his business, and he will be returning shortly. He was just in here a little while ago. So generally, he's my sidekick.
He would like a round for anyone in the fourth dimension who wants one. President Wallet says, I have 10 more hours of work until I can enjoy a good old American beer. In the meantime, no, we're not doing that, Prison Wallet. Lacrosse guy says, thank God our governor is not an idiot like the Cali scrub guy. Okay, I'm not getting into politics on this. Good Cat says, being a bandwagon Laker fan like Phil is like saying Angel Hernandez is his hero, and he's the best umpire in the Major League Baseball. He's right. No, Large Marge says, can they transplant AD's unibrow to LeBron's hairline? Could that maybe be a thing?
That's a good point.
A real friend would do that. A real friend would.
Oh my God.
Chamoy says, how many into the NFL season before Phil's a Bucks fan? Yeah, it's coming. It is. It's very close to being a thing. Yeah. Mr. Pringle says, did you call people from Buckeye criminals? Yes. What talent requirements do you need to have to be a cheerleader? None.
Oh, stop it. You do need dancing skills. Calm down.
You got to have dancing skills. You got to have makeup skills. You got to have, brassiere, push-up brassiere skills.
I've got the rules.
High boot wearing skills.
Good brand.
Something to do with a golf ball and a garden hose. I can't quite read it. It's a little bit.
You got to have that kind of skill. Yeah.
This is abysmal.
Watermelon says, is that the ladies are less attractive, or is it that they're the same, but 4K removes the drunk goggles? That is a fairly good question, but I kind of remember in the past when you'd see, the photographs and stuff, you'd be like, ooh, cheerleader. All right. Now you're like, Cardinal Art says, hey, can I get a cold one and a wind advisory report, Randy?
Well, there is quite a bit of wind out there today from the 1580 the Fanatic Weather Center. High winds expected for the remainder of the afternoon. Calming down this evening, more wind tomorrow. 81 degrees, the expected high tomorrow overnight. Into the chilly 60s, about mid 60s. Kind of cool in the outlying valley areas. Returning to the 90s as we return to work next week. But again, at the end of next week, the temperatures seem to dip. See, somebody is working the weather system for us. Could it be your chief meteorologist giving us pleasant and beautiful weekends? I think maybe it is. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. And by the way, it's funny. Licky Lips Johnson says, LMAO, I live in Bucktown. I really can't say for sure that everyone who lives in Buckeye is a criminal, but you're all rednecks. And it's just the damn truth.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I actually want to have the Redneck Olympics between Buckeye and Apache Junction. That
Wow.
would be amazing. But for some reason, my permits always get turned down. And anytime I've tried to schedule anything at State Farm Stadium, they don't return my calls. So as soon as we can get it figured, maybe we need to be at like a rodeo fairground, something. I don't know where, but someday, damn it.
Prescott Rodeo Grounds.
Someday we will have the Redneck Olympics between Buckeye and the Apache Junction. May have to add in Queen Creek here pretty soon too. President Wallet says TikTok is to blame for the shallow talent pool of hot cheerleaders. Booger Wolf says AD turned his unibrow into a full beard. Did you see that? It goes all the way from here around his eyebrows and down his face and around his chin.
I did not see that.
That's just so wrong.
True story.
So
no,
wrong.
it's true. It's absolutely true. Boomer Sooner says, okay, Phil, what arena did the Lakers play before the Staples Center? Without Google,
The
Mr.
Forum.
Lakers fan.
The Forum.
He says the Forum.
In Inglewood, California.
Yes.
He is correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Pringle says, what would Phil know about cheerleaders? Good Cat says cheerleaders need bow staff skills, nunchuck skills. That's what they
Yeah.
need now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
actually,
agree.
wait a minute.
I agree.
If you're going to be a cheerleader for the Washington football team, that's not a bad idea because Dan
Yeah.
Snyder will eventually come around and get to you.
Yeah.
Napa Bob says the intersection sensor thing is real. Drag for motorcyclists. Not enough metal there to trip it. I went through many red lights after sitting for like 2 or 3 light changes. Makes me nervous out towards Apache Junction and Queen Creek. Troopers and police department, they don't mess around out there. Yeah, for as much as they don't, on this side of town, Gilbert Police Department, those are the meanest guys. Those guys are really strict. So yeah, be careful in the East Valley. Watermelon says, is President Wallet from Buckeye? Maybe. Licky Lips Johnson says, Buckeye and Santan are the biggest growing cities in Arizona and America. Yeah.
Okay,
Chamois
yeah.
says, Apache Junction can't show up to the Olympics. They're obsessed with the meth. Well, they'll get around to it. Baby Got Deck says, Jeffrey, I was a cheerleader all through high school. It's not as easy as you think. Cheer practice for basketball started at 5 a.m. in the dead of winter. And for football practice, it was like 4 to 7 p.m. Well, I'm sure you were one of the hot ones. Yeah, really? So why don't you tell me why it's not easy? What do you have to do? Is it the jump up and down part and move the pom-poms?
No,
Is it the...
Jeffrey, they got to create the pyramid and they got to go and do the somersaults.
They can't do pyramids anymore because all of them are bottom of the pyramid size now. Just saying. Hey, so Baby Got Dak, I'm sure you were a lovely cheerleader, but I'm sorry. Getting up early, what else was hard about cheer practice? Yay! Okay, well, I got to sit down, Randy. I'm going to have to sit down now.
A feeling that Baby Got Dak is on her way down to the station to kick your ass right now.
Yeah, but the thing
Good,
is,
I'm wearing a t-shirt and a pair of headphones that have Broncos stuff on it, a little red padding around it, and I'm in the control room right now.
No, yeah, here's the difference is that you're not even here. I'm going to be the one getting my booty kicked in.
I know. Flying Monkey
Don't
says
deserve it.
Apache Junction has the gold medal on lockdown for the meth event. That's for sure.
Hey.
Licky Lips Johnson says Devin Booker is a hooker.
Oh,
What?
Wow.
Why would you say that? Boomer Sooner says, okay, Phil, what was the home uniform color back in the Forum days?
Jeez Louise.
Well, what was the color? Home uniform, Lakers.
They
At
went
the
from
Forum.
they went from green.
Home uniform. Home.
Yeah, they went from green in Minneapolis and all the way to gold.
Forum days, it was purple. Justice Hip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. There are huge prison facilities in West Phoenix. Maybe hold the Redneck Olympics in one of their parking lots. I can't go to that.
Could be.
I can't go. I'm too pretty to even be near a prison. What are you talking about? 888-368-1580. Okay, gamblers, listen up. Now that Tim Tebow is officially a member of the Jaguars, unless he gets cut during training camp. And by the way, we do know his contract, $900,000 for 1 year. Nearly $1 million for the year. No guarantees. But he may not even make it out of training camp, at which point I don't think he gets any money at all. So but now we've got a bunch of prop bets that you can put down on the Tim Tebow. You going to get in on this action, Phil?
Well, I already got one with Baker's Cocky Hens about whether or not he'll make it, whether or not he'll get 5 touchdowns. So I'm already invested.
Were you for or against?
I was against. I don't think he's going to make it. And then on top of that, he's not going to make 5 touchdowns in any capacity.
I got to say, your bet is looking a little bit shaky right now, Phil. The fact that they signed him, the fact that they're selling his jerseys does not bode well for your bet. I'll tell you what, I'll fill you in on the first of the Tim Tebow prop bets, and we'll talk a whole bunch of NFL football when we come back. It's hour 1 of the Daily Blender. Hour 2 is up next here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 103rd PGA Championship, sponsored by Indeed. Resumes are good. Resumes with an Indeed skills test are better. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Second round winding down at Kiowa. Brooks Koepka no longer in the lead.
This is a pretty straight putt here. Back through, ball rolling up to the cup, and it misses left. Yeah, I don't know if he thought it was going right, but a bogey here at 15 for Koepka. He'll drop back to 5 under.
Mark Carnevale with the call. Third bogey of the day for Koepka to go with 2 eagles and a birdie. Koepka is 5 under overall, a shot behind Louis Oosthuizen, who is 6 under. Oosthuizen still just has the 1 major title, the British Open in 2010. Phil Mickelson, 5 majors to his name at 50 years old. He's 5 under, 1 back along with Koepka. Hideki Matsuyama, the Masters champion, 4 under par, 2 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Gotta finish this today.
Cristiano's construction projects typically run smoothly, but this project's pipeline is about to burst.
So, boss, where you want us to put this?
To the left. Your other left. John.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's Small Business Month, and Dell Technologies and Windows are celebrating your unstoppable drive. Save up to 45% on powerful PCs with Windows 10 Pro to work from anywhere, plus top monitors and docks for the ultimate business setup, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right business tech, server, storage, and cloud solutions at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for Small Business Month.
Summer, it's almost here, but Memorial Day savings are already at the Home Depot. In-store, online, store-wide. Like 5 bags of Garden Fresh mulch for just $10. Save on everything from flower beds to a fresh coat of paint. From power tools to ceiling fans. Ready, set, summer. Memorial Day savings, here now, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limit 75 bags per customer. Color selection varies by store. While supplies last, continental U.S. only.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody. It's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil there in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and you guys are on the Summit Mill Medical Text line, 888-368-1580. So we're talking football in this hour, and a little bit ago, it just came out that Deshaun Watson will not even be deposed. There'll be no deposition until after the next Super Bowl. He's scheduled for deposition February 22nd, 2022. Why? Why would that take so long?
Are they just trying to get this off the dockets, and maybe they can get this thing formally taken care of, by settlement before they go to court? Is there some way they can try to do that?
Yeah, so the plaintiffs, they can all get their depositions done in September, but I guess there was arguments that, our guy is going to be working and it'll be hard for him to get to this, and so everybody agreed. And you're right, the only reason that everybody would agree to this, if this was required for them to agree, would be because of a couple of reasons. One, well, now he's going to make a whole bunch more money in that year, so we're going to take that. Or two, that gives us longer to try to settle this thing because nobody really wants this thing to go to court, and that is probably the way it's going to go. So now the big question is, he's going to have this long, drawn-out court thing, and what's the NFL going to do? Is the NFL going to step in? Are they going to say, okay, well, you're suspended till this thing gets figured out, till we make sure you're not a dirtbag, a violent sexual assaulting dirtbag, or are they going to let him play and just do his thing until it's established that he's a sexual assaulting dirtbag? The only thing that is going to stop him is going to be if he actually sexually assaulted somebody. Getting a rub and tug, as we know, in the NFL is okay. Bob Kraft set the precedent on that. So in this situation, as long as he didn't do harm, as long as everybody, they're getting settlements with, there was no assault, he'll be fine. The first time you see that and there's any kind of proof about something like that, it will not go well for Deshaun, and nor should it. So, but now we got to wait until after the next Super Bowl for him to even get deposed. This is going to take forever.
I wonder if the judge took into account that his career is seasonal based and is trying to accommodate that, so that way he can be to more hearings and get a fair hearing. I'm really not sure what this means, but as it relates to what his punishment could or would be, I'd imagine, Jeffrey, that there is a high chance that he will end up on the commissioner's exempt list, where he gets paid, but he has to sit out and be suspended. And what would happen is then, once we get information on the next season, before the next season, whether or not he is indicted or criminalized through anything that he does, then they could issue a fine to where he takes away all the money that he had been done, and that he would be suspended for the entire season.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're saying he gets on the exempt list, he still gets paid, but if he found out there was wrongdoing, then that money goes back.
Yes.
All right. I think this whole thing is going to get settled out, and we will never know really the truth anyways, and the money's going to get paid, and he'll go on with his life.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any criminal investigation. I think the Houston police have said, well, we're not actively involved investigating anything right now. These are all been just civil lawsuits, correct? So
yeah,
I don't see how the NFL would prohibit him from playing this year. These are all, look at Antonio Brown. He played in the Bucs season, and he had two situations posed against him. So I could see him end up playing this season. And now, as far as the exempt list, I don't think the commissioner or the NFL is going to take any action until this whole thing washes out, and we see what is real and what is not real.
And we still have the part where he doesn't want to play for the Texans anymore.
Yeah.
You think he's changed his mind during all this?
No.
Part of him might be like, oh boy, I better play. I'm going to need this money. But the other part of him is, if he's innocent, is like, no, that is nonsense for my lawyers to deal with. I'm still steadfast in the same situation I was with the Texans before. And I don't know that the Texans are any less powerful than they were before in this situation. I think their power on this has grown. So they will not trade him, and he may still sit out the season. Now, if he sits out the season, the whole thing with the commissioner doesn't matter. So it's interesting, though. He almost wants the commissioner to declare him on the exempt list because he still gets paid. But if he sits out, it's a whole different story. This thing is just going to get weirder and weirder as we go. 888-368-1580. And Rob Diz says, I feel like the NFL cherry picks who gets fined and who gets in trouble and who gets away with stuff. Yeah, well, it does seem sometimes like they let certain things just sort of fly by and, well, we don't have any evidence of that. We can't investigate that. And then they're forced to deal with something if there's a video. In this situation, have we heard much of anything from the NFL other than we're looking into it?
Nope. Not
a so that's, I mean, honestly, that's all they can do. Gorilla Toe says violent sexual assaulting dirtbag sounds like a death metal band. I'm sure that the minute I said it out loud, somebody is going to be playing in Coachella with that name soon. Baby Got Dak says reports came out last week that some of the accusers in the Deshaun Watson case have gone back to the police and filed reports. I've seen that along the way over the last month, and yet the cops have not said much about it. Now, if they're investigating something, they aren't required to tell us about it. But it has been, at least what's been reported is they weren't doing nothing. So, like I said, we're going to have to just wait, watch, and see. I can't declare Deshaun Watson is a sexual assaulting dirtbag, and I can't tell you he's not. More facts have just got to come out. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I wonder if Watson is going to hire a specific masseuse from now on, sign a non-disclosure agreement, beforehand or something. No, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Sign a non-disclosure agreement beforehand or something.
Oh, okay.
Well, there was a space in the way they typed it. Sign a non-disclosure agreement beforehand or something. Yeah, sometimes getting the words in the punctuation. 888-368-1580. Fed Fan says, you know what? I bet Baby Got Dak is still just as beautiful as she was in high school. I wasn't a cheerleader, but it didn't look easy. I was a football player, and yes, it did. That's what I say. What's hard about being a cheerleader? Are you kidding me? Some of them brainless girls that did it when we were in high school.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Oh my God. How hard. You got to remember to rhyme things. You got to remember to do this and 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 this. My God, I'm a cheerleader. Come on.
Let's look back
Nothing
over the
against
history of
Baby
this
Got
program.
Dak.
First, we went on a rant like this about the soccer community. And Jeffrey almost we had to put 24-hour security on him.
It's not
Jeffrey
true.
almost got his life taken away.
I made some
multiple
jokes
times
about soccer, and we all became friends. It was okay.
He made some joy, and then it was the WNBA and his suggestions of lowering the rim, and
I stand by
nearly
that.
Got him killed
No,
again.
it didn't.
We had to
By my
once
wife
again
a little bit.
employ the security group once again to keep
That's
him
never
safe
happened.
and sound. And now he's going to infuriate all the cheerleading community of this great state of Arizona. So once again, you know what, Phil, you got the number in there. It's posted in there. Just call the security firm now, and let's get them on standby. William,
listen, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, cheerleading ain't that hard. That's all I'm saying.
Stop, Jeffrey.
That's all I'm saying. It's not
Stop
that
this.
hard.
God, you're
Seriously,
just digging yourself
And
a bigger.
obviously, if you see them lately, there's no cardio involved. Come on, man. Cheerleading is not that hard.
Jeffrey, you couldn't do it, man. You couldn't do it.
Chamoy says Jeffrey gonna bleep around and get canceled for dying on the cheerleading isn't hard hill. If I'm gonna get canceled for anything, it ain't gonna be this one. Come on, it's not that hard.
Jeffrey, there's two mountains to die here on. Is cheerleading a sport, and then is it hard? That doesn't necessarily. Those two don't.
Cheerleading is not a sport.
Okay, we can agree there, and that's an argument.
One of the reasons it's not a sport because it's not hard.
No, stop, Jeffrey, stop it.
Watch me do it. Rickum. I mean, seriously, how hard is it? It's not hard to be a cheerleader.
Oh no, Jeffrey, I'm sorry for you, man. This is not the best way to go down.
Bring it. I'm ready. This is not even a big deal. Nobody listening, sitting there going, oh, I'm triggered. I'm triggered. Oh my God, cheerleading's hard. Even baby got Dax like, well, we had to get up early. Come on. Listen, nothing against baby got Dak, but let's be honest. Cheerleading is not hard. Or if it was, they wouldn't do it. Berg says, go Suns. Lost Toby says, DW is going to take the Antonio Brown approach, Deshaun Watson, pretend to be insane, get released, convert to tight end, then he'll join Brady and get a ring.
Viva
That is very specific
Toby.
and probably not true.
Wow.
Mystery Girl says, Jeffrey, cheerleading is challenging. Let's see you do the splits. Oh, I can do the splits. I can do the splits once. Okay, so women are more limber than I am. That doesn't mean cheerleading is hard. You know what's
Okay.
hard? I'll tell you what's hard. It's that poor person, whether it's a girl or a guy, who has to run around inside the costume, and do all that stuff that they
mascot?
do. The
Yeah.
mascot. That's
Yeah.
hard. Oh my God. They're going to
Oh,
be in
boy.
that sweaty, hot thing, especially in Arizona, sitting there doing flips and clowning and doing stuff and out there doing the same stuff the cheerleaders do, but with a giant costume, and you're sweating yourself to death in that thing. That's hard.
And when's the last time that thing's been cleaned?
Yeah, I know. It smells of ass and bacon every day. I
Yes.
guarantee you.
The sweat of seasons past.
Gorilla Toe says, I bet some of those dude cheerleaders get, okay, I can't read.
Wow. Really?
He thinks they might get aroused when they pick up the other cheerleaders.
That's
Here's the
where we're
news.
going with.
These days, nobody's picking up other cheerleaders because they can't. Random Texter says, Jeffrey, Bama girl, my daughter is a cheerleader, and some of the routines they do put together look pretty tough.
And it is tough, especially for some of the positions. Some of them are a little easier.
Just dad there saying that, so he doesn't get in trouble with his
Jeffrey.
daughter who might be listening. Killer Rabbit says, I agree with Jeffrey. I was a college cheerleader. I'm a male, 5'8", cheered at the Nationals. Wasn't hard, but boy, was it fun. Yeah, see? Deflated Balls says, you should chill, dude. Cancel culture. Look up Dan McNeil, Chicago Sports Radio. Didn't end well for him. What, he said the same thing, that cheerleading's not hard? Seriously? Oh, okay. If I get canceled for that, then I'm fine. I'll just go back to doing stand-up. I don't even care if that's the thing that takes me down. Rob Diz says, breaking news, man found slain with a set of pom-poms in every orifice.
Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Beer Bob says, what is Jeffrey just trying to get suspended for the rest of the day, or is he trying to get an angry mob to storm the studio? Yes, I'm trying to get an angry mob of chubby cheerleaders to storm the studio.
Oh boy.
That's what I'm doing. Come on, guys. Silly Wabbit says, I'll tell you what, it takes more talent to be a cheerleader than a NASCAR driver.
Ooh. Well, Jeffrey's not a NASCAR fan anyway, so I don't know who you're throwing that jab at.
Megatron says, don't think too mountain is the right phrase. Huh? Large Mark says,
Phil said there's two mountains you're looking to die on here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Lost Toby says, don't you have to be funny to do stand-up? Yes, and that's why you'll never do it. 888-368-1580. So let me give you these prop bets that have come out now that old Tim Tebow is back on a team. Here we go. So get your wallets out. Ready? So here, via points bet, the over-under for Tebow being a tight end and getting receiving yards has been set at 12.5.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that per game, or is that
Oh,
for
no,
the entire season?
That's for the entire season, my friend.
And the over-under for receiving touchdowns sits at a half.
Yep.
For receiving yards, it lands at negative 180 with the over at plus 135. I don't understand that.
Yeah. So meaning the under of what was it? 12.5, you said? So 12.5 receiving yards. So if he gets 12 yards or under, that is the current favorite, meaning you have to bet, I forget what you just said, but
I see.
$280 in order to win $100.
Okay, so that's the payout for those over and unders.
Correct.
Gotcha. Sorry, I don't speak degenerate gamblese.
Let me help you.
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, let me help.
So yeah, I don't know. Is he going to actually make the team? He's on the 90-man roster, and that's going to get whittled down to a 53, 55. I can't. What is it nowadays? 53. No, it's 53.
Okay.
And or does any of this matter if he ends up in the practice squad? I don't know. I mean,
no. Okay. So here's the rumor on the street, the murmur amongst the people. He needs about 4 more games in the NFL to go from 4 seasons accrued in the NFL from 3 that he currently holds. Once he does that, his pension will go up by more than double. Now
he's already vested. That's what you're saying.
He's already vested, but it goes from 3 years to 4 years, and that pension goes double. Now, what does it double to? It doubles from 30,000 to roughly around 60,000. Don't know why that would be a determining factor, but hey, if you can make 60K for the rest of your life, that's 60K that you don't have to work for. So look, 4 more games is what the street is, what the word on the street is that Urban Meyer did this for.
So you think there is some truth that Urban Meyer is just trying to help Tim Tebow get further vested so he can make an extra $30,000 a year while he lives in a mansion down the street from him?
Yeah, I guess I'm just putting that out there. Don't think I necessarily understand why when he
the rich get richer.
Yeah, wow.
Which is, I don't know if there's any truth to that, but if there is, that makes things even worse. 888-368-1580. Baby Got Dak says Jeffrey, my cheer coach was a mean old woman. Loved to make us do our circuit training workouts way longer than we need to. It's not just dancing around, and worst of it is sitting on a bus for 3 hours with sweaty, smelly, obnoxious boys. And thank you, Fed Fan, for your kind words. Now, listen, I'm not saying you didn't work hard. I didn't say it didn't suck sometimes. I have to get up early and be on a bus with a bunch of sweaty football players, but it wasn't hard. Random texter says, my daughter says, you're right, Jeffrey. Being a cheerleader is about as hard as it is to read text for a living.
That's good.
I'll allow it. See, she's made my own point. Dr. Maxter says, hey guys, once again, very challenging subject. Maybe we need to change the subject as how we'll beat the Lakers. Have you given some more thought to my recommendation of using Phil as a secret gas bomb weapon by loading him up with cheese and having him sit behind LeBron James's bench?
No.
By the way, Randy, Misty says hello.
Howdy, Misty.
Why are you saying no to being le bomb behind the bench?
Look, if I was going to be insidious and cause myself to be against anybody, I would accept your tickets. I would go behind the Lakers bench, but I would not eat any cheese.
Yeah, because he's a Laker fan now, so whatever. 888-368-1580. Text on in, kids. We're going to keep talking some NFL football when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. Super Bowl 56. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra 250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra 250 for more details.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 103rd PGA Championship, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen is the most recommended memory support brand by pharmacists. Just one misstep for Louis Oosthuizen all day, and it comes at 18.
Louis now just under 9 feet away, strokes it down, going up to the hole, missed it on the right, just hit it a little bit too hard. It did not take the break. That's a drop shot for Louis Oosthuizen. That's a 4-under par 68. He's 5 under for the tournament.
Carl Paulson, the call at the toughest hole at Kiowa. Oosthuizen might be asked about his second round. Did you like it? Of course he did. He and Phil Mickelson on top at 5 under par. Brooks Koepka, a bogey at 17. He drops to 4 under, 1 back along with Hideki Matsuyama, who is 5 under for the day. He's on the green at 17. Bryson DeChambeau, 2 under and 3 back. Rory McIlroy at +1. Jordan Spieth at 4 over, safely inside the cut line. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Oh, come on. 4! There it is. In golf, the right adjustments can make all the difference. We feel the same way about financial planning. With Fidelity Wealth Management, your dedicated advisor will work with you to create a personalized plan for your full financial picture. And as your needs change, they'll help you make adjustments so you can stay on target. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC.
Hey, the Johnsons are coming over Friday. Did you clean the pool?
Done.
Did you prep the steaks?
Already marinated.
Oh, what about the drinks?
On it. I'm going to Total Wine.
Find a white wine Jill hasn't tried yet. Oh, you should make that rum cocktail that Jim likes.
Well, that's why I'm going to Total Wine. They've got more Sauvignon Blancs, Chardonnays, tequilas, and rums. Their selection is amazing.
Oh, I'm coming with you.
Wondrous selection, helpful guides, ridiculously low prices. Discover new flavors to make this summer even more fun at TotalWine.com.
Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. People are like, oh, what the hell's going on here? That's Pink Floyd Money. Is that what that is? There you go. 888-368-1580. That's your number to be a part of the show. We call the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. It's Classic Rock Friday, and we are playing Large Marge's mix right now. So you guys want to have your own mix on here, you just send an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Give us 6 good classic rock songs, and you could get, well, we're not giving out prizes. You just get to hear your songs. That's it. That the reward is we say, here's your songs. There you go. It was always one of the funniest things being in music radio, and somebody call up and they request a song, right? Yeah, I'll get that for you here in the next hour. Then they call again, like in 30 or 40 minutes. Hey, did you play that song yet? No, not yet. Just listen to the radio. I'm going to play it here in just a little bit. And then when you play the song, they call you. Hey, thanks for playing the song. I'm like, get off the phone. You're missing your song. Why would you request a song and then call during the song to thank the guy playing the song? Just never understood that. Of course, you probably never do that anymore.
No,
with
I don't think
Spotify and stuff. Just a Tip says, Jeffrey, I just did a search for skills needed to be a cheerleader in no particular order. 1, the look. 2, practice. 3, motivation. 4, fitness. Hard to believe simple human beings can put up with such exhausting and difficult work. I had my ass kicked just writing these things down.
Wow.
Yes, I think maybe I'm going to have to apologize to the hard-working men and women of the cheerleading industry. Prison Wallet says
the cheerleading industry.
I guess I don't know what else to say. When I get canceled, and then people are going to say that I aggravated the cheerleading industry. He says, so the lifestyle of cheerleader is hard, but cheerleading itself isn't hard. That's what I've heard so far from the people on the text line. I will give some credit, though. When you have those cheer squads do all those high aerial flips and stuff, oh, that is kind of talented right there. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not hard. If you're in shape. Gorilla Toto says the hardest part of being a cheerleader is pushing your oversized ass away from the dinner table, and that's only in the pros. College and lower levels, well, you can be a total fatty there. Senior Wake and Bake says, is there scholarship for cheerleading? No, I'm with you, Jeffrey. It's not hard, and it's not a sport. Are we sure there's no scholarships for that?
I think there is.
There might be.
I think there is. Yeah.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, hey, Dave, what do you think about purchasing a new car in this market? Every time I hear that song, it's just all I think is Dave Ramsey. Ram Texter says, my daughter says you have an open invitation to attend any one of her practices next football season and just see how not hard it is. We'll see if your opinion changes. Can I show up drunk? I plan on showing up drunk. If I can be there drunk, then okay. Large Marge says, is cheerleader a sport? Cheerleading, no, is not a sport. Booger Wolf says the Broncos should slap some pads and helmets on some of those cheerleaders they have. Give Von Miller some help there in the defense.
Oh, stop it. Bradley.
You just have to pay them in cheese.
No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That's so rude.
Lost Toby says, all right, so do the Suns have a chip on their shoulder being plus 700 to win the West? I'm not a Suns fan, but as a basketball fan, I'm kind of seeing the disrespect there.
Yeah.
I think that it's more a matter of not understanding the team more than disrespect, because if you look at it, if you stand far enough back, you see one veteran and a bunch of kids. And that is probably what is pushing the odds against the Suns so high, no matter where you're looking. And Phil, as a Laker fan, as a Suns hater, do you take any issue with what I just said?
No, I don't think so.
It's more about the inexperience of the team than it is a legitimate assessment of the team.
Well, no, I do think that there is a talent deficiency, at least in the middle. Like whenever you're comparing DeAndre Ayton to somebody like Anthony Davis, I'm looking at a top 3 player in Anthony Davis when healthy, of course, that caveat's there. But when healthy, Anthony Davis is a top 3, maximum top 5 player in the NBA right now. DeAndre Ayton is a starting center. I really don't know where he has the potential to be far more than that.
But let's look at this a little more clearly.
Sure.
Booker, you know that is a great basketball player. I'm not going to put him top 10 on anything right now, but let's all admit that kid can score. He can play like crazy.
He can have
Chris
hot days.
Paul also, he is, as I've said before, the best point guard in the game for at least one quarter out of every game, and then the rest he's still pretty damn good. So you have other talent on this team. You seem to direct a lot of insult at DeAndre Ayton, and maybe appropriately so, because he's not always playing as aggressively as we'd like to see him play. But I don't think it's a fair assessment of the team to where you show them at plus 800, plus 700.
Look, it's not. I guess if you want to take it as insulting, it is. It's not meant to be. It's just where's the biggest team deficiency? Whenever I feel this strongly about the Lakers overtaking the Suns, where is that? It's mostly because of that mismatch. At least right now, maybe it is also due in part to age. DeAndre Ayton is still incredibly young, even though he has that beard. It's deceptive. It doesn't mean that they're not going to grow into whatever his potential may be. Right now, that just seems to be the biggest disadvantage. Devin Booker, a talented guard he may be, absolutely, but the league is chock full of them. I would say that whenever you're looking at Dennis Schroeder and Talen Horton-Tucker and Alex Caruso, they have bodies to throw at Devin Booker. And then Chris Paul, he's amazing. There's nothing to take away from that. I do see him as a legitimate MVP candidate, but again, there's only so much he can do. I don't see him going supernova hot and carrying this team alone to victory.
No, I think that with the youthful energy, and I think with the talent that is there, as long as Monty can coach them and keep them focused, and they actually listen and do as they are told, and also just get a little luck, and also step up and rise to that occasion, I think they can win this thing. I really do. Beer Bob says, that was a little creepy, Jeffrey. You want to go to watch cheerleaders drunk? No. She said that she wanted me to participate in some sort of working out. And for me to do that, yeah, I'll definitely have to have a buzz. Nothing to do with the kids. Watermelon says, Jeffrey, Randy, will appreciate the setup. It's nice to listen to an actual record. I'm not a DJ by any means, but helped a buddy out of a jam. Okay, again, guys, you can't send me videos on the text line. There's nothing I can see there. So but if you want to share something like that, send it to blender at 1580thefanatic.com, and we'll take a look at that. Skull says, I had it. We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
What?
Wow.
That's a bit dramatic.
I'm not really sure what he's going on about there. Large Mark says, so if someone had a chip on their shoulder, does that mean we can locate them with satellites? Also, yes, it's a absolute fact. If someone has a chip on their shoulder, they're easy to track down. Baker's Cocky Hen says, cheerleader may not be hard, but it makes the crowd nice and okay. I can't read that. Bala 51 says something like 80% of all cheerleaders end up pole dancing to put themselves through college. First Cav Mike says the best cheerleaders of all time, the ones in the replacements. Oh, that's right. Those are fun. Napa Bob says, how does Large Marge equate AC/DC? It doesn't add up. Huh? What is he talking about? No idea. Good Cat says, Randy, don't forget how Jeffrey pissed off all the softball players by saying things about their thighs.
Oh, that's
one,
right.
One.
Yeah.
Fed
that's
fan
true.
took
That's
offense.
true.
Because I just noticed. I was like, oh my
Called them
God.
thunder thighs, I believe is what he
I
said.
said, look
Yeah.
at how big their thighs are, these players. It's amazing. It was a compliment. Good Cat says, I think if and when Tiger gets back to golf, what do you think his handicap will be? I'm going to guess the broken leg.
Wow.
888-368-1580.
Why did I know that was going to come? Why did I know that was what you were going to say?
Well, what else am I going to say? Lost Toby says, satellites or guacamole? Yes, Lost Toby. Yes. Booger Wolf says, Alex Caruso looks like the baby from Rugrats.
He is not Tommy Pickles. Calm down. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's good. You are so right. Suns in 5, he says. Suns in 5.
Wow. No. Even you guys even know that if the Suns were to win this, it's at minimum 6. 5, get out of here.
It might take 7. 888-368-1580. I just want them to win. Okay. I just want them to win. I don't care how they do it. That's why I don't want to predict it. I just want to see it happen. Skull says, I had my car for a year and I gained $10,000 in equity in 1 year. Okay, what are you talking about?
Because you came back saying, welcome back to the Dave Ramsey show.
Oh, he's still doing Dave Ramsey jokes over here.
He's bringing you all sorts of Dave Ramsey-isms. Yeah.
Thank you, Skull. Floppy Bumper says, good afternoon, gentlemen. The two best parts of a Friday coming back into civilization from the mine and finally getting a signal to hear the blender. Yes. Randy, a tall Guinness, if you please. Yeah, welcome back, Floppy Bumper. Welcome back.
Good to have you back, Floppy Bumper.
So I thought you were able to listen to us down in the mine. So I get they don't always have Wi-Fi down there, or what's up with that? All right, we're trying to talk some football here, and Julian Edelman. I don't think anybody was sitting there in pins and needles hoping he would come back. There was some speculation. Tom Brady made some jokes about he retired with the Patriots because he was too scared to tell Bill Belichick he was going to leave and go play with Tom Brady. But he's like, listen, guys, I'm not going to go play with Tom Brady. He says, I'm a one team kind of guy. He says, my knee's breaking down. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm going to come back and play. He's like, I got 3 rings. I played in a magical dynasty, unbelievable franchise coach, best quarterback of all time.
Super Bowl MVP.
I played to win. I played to compete, and I don't have nothing else to prove. So, I'm not doing it. So just forget it. I'm not going to play anymore. I believe him. He's got the money in the bank. And, after a career like Julian Edelman, no, not a Hall of Famer, but yes, a great career, nothing to prove, money in the bank. Now you get to just kick back and just, enjoy and do whatever comes next,
Look, a true litmus test of this would be, look, Jeffrey, you're the Colts. What is the number one need of the team that you always say now? Besides a quarterback, I know that, but they've already addressed that.
Yeah, we could use some marquee wide receivers.
Absolutely. So if I were to say, hey, Julian Edelman, he's going to be going to your team, you would say,
wow, that's great.
Exactly. Randy, if the Cardinals all of a sudden added Julian Edelman, you would say no, right? Yeah, no. Does nothing for
you. Is that what you're looking for? No.
Thank you. So
we don't need him. We've got a plus receiving core now.
So I think it's a good story if you're like, oh yeah, great, Julian Edelman goes somewhere else. But the moment he goes to a team that you have interest in, that you're vested in, it automatically loses its luster, and you're like, oh no, we don't want him. Oh well, calm down.
I'm not going to say I don't want him. He was a hell of a guy in the locker room. He was a hell of a guy out on the field. Man, he played with a lot of gusto and heart, but. I wouldn't be mad if they signed him up. I'd be mad if they paid him like marquee wide receiver type dollars and it hit my cap. I would be mad if they did Julian Edelman instead of Julio Jones kind of thing. But if he showed up on my team, I wouldn't be protesting about it. I'd scratch my head a little bit if it really didn't take care of what we felt like the actual need was. But by the way, Julian Edelman had this to say. Now, every time somebody leaves the Patriots, they start to get a little little more relaxed about what they say about the team. And he's basically telling them Mac Jones is going to have so much pressure on him. He says, when you play on Bill teams, what he means by that is Bill Belichick teams, first round picks are usually defensive ends. There's usually corners. We usually have like the 28th pick or something. And that usually means we're getting a defensive player. Well, now, that's how Bill Belichick builds teams. He said, but if you come in and you're a quarterback drafted by Bill Belichick,
the first one,
let's go, buddy. The pressure is going to be on him. Bill Belichick's laser eyes are going to be piercing through his soul every practice, every workout. And Mac Jones is, he better be able to rise up to that because it's nothing but pressure for Mac Jones, according to Julian Edelman.
Yeah, first quarterback taken by the Bill Belichick regime in the first round ever. So that is certainly something to be said that he chooses you, because Tom Brady, a lot of people have pointed out that he was just fortunate enough that the good fortune bestowed upon him, that they got him in the 6th round, and that he just fell into their laps like God just dropping an apple into your hand. And so this is the first time that Mac Jones will be a franchise quarterback for the chosen one from Bill Belichick. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully he hasn't had a lot of hits on offense. This may be the very first one, and it would be the biggest one for him to get right.
Hey, Randy, does God drop apples into people's hands? Is that a thing? Is that like a biblical thing? I've never heard that phrase before.
Yeah, I haven't heard that either.
Well, there's manna. There's manna from heaven as well.
Yeah, nobody said nothing about it. You imagine if God started dropping apples from heaven, all the concussions and all those poor people running around in the desert.
That could kill you.
No kidding.
That could
Getting
kill you.
clocked.
Yeah.
I remember when we were a kid. Remember this game? Apple Core, who's your friend? And then everybody, not it. And then you could zing a wet apple core at somebody.
Yeah.
That'll leave a welt.
A wet apple core? What made it welt?
Because you're sitting there eating it, it's still wet.
And
when
you
you
have the
throw
apple
it
core.
From your own juices?
Whistles in the apple's juices, its own juices. Phil.
Apple
Have you
core,
not
Baltimore,
eaten an apple?
who's your friend?
Phil.
Wham!
Wham! The only thing worse than an apple core would be a pine cone soaked in water. Not the ones that are opened up and all pretty. I'm talking about those little missile ones, those ones that are all tight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, we used to have pine cone fights when I lived up in Oregon.
Were they wet too? Or did you guys just lick them?
No, it rained on them because it's all it did in Oregon was rain.
Yeah.
Some of these
I don't know if you know
stories guys
this,
give
but
me.
I've been working on a Johnny Appleseed biography. Actually, it's one of the things I've been writing on. And sadly, it turns out he died from an easily diagnosed medical condition. It went undetected because, apple a day keeps the doctor away. And he died young. That was a huge tragedy. So, all right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we got more NFL for you, more of your texts. 888-368-1580. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You might not know it, but your small business IT systems can leave you and your customers vulnerable. At Affinity Technology, we provide peace of mind by ensuring your computer systems are working and are safe from hackers and outside threats. We solve technology problems for small business. No confusing tech talk or black box setups. If it plugs in, we work with it. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
All across the nation, we are here for our communities.
We're doing our part to get supplies where it's needed in order to fight COVID-19 together.
It feels good to be out there to assist our community.
I would like our friends and family to know that your National Guardsmen are always ready and always there.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra 250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra 250 for more details.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona Prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintine, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Live and local.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. It's Classic Rock Friday here on the Daily Blender. There you go. That's that's Easy Top.
ZZ
right?
Top
That's
LaGrange.
There you go. All right. Well, we're talking some NFL football, but let's get caught up here on the text line. Floppy Bumper, our friendly neighborhood miner. When I say miner, it's just an E, not an O. He's of age and he works in the mines. Says Jeffrey, I asked earlier, I said, I thought they had the Wi-Fi down there. He says, no, it depends if I'm underground or if I'm in an open pit. There's no service a kilometer underground, unfortunately.
Kilometer.
Goob.
How many miles is that underground? Kilometer.
I so badly want to go down there.
We're going underground.
I've never been in a mine before. We could broadcast from a mine. Well, I guess we could.
I don't think we can.
No service under a kilometer. So I'm just shocked that you'd have service at half a kilometer. You know, I mean, is it like relay stuff? It's fascinating to me, this going underground thing. You know, I don't want to get in anybody's way, but someday I do want to go down there. I want to check it out.
Well, you got to go through the whole, safety training.
Yeah, he said that.
He already talked about that.
Yeah. And then one girl said I could come out and work out with the cheerleaders. Which one do you think I'll do first? We're going to a mine, Randy. Yeah. Lost Toby says, if you find players with chips on the shoulder, it makes sense when I wrote it, by the way. Everybody on the text line is drinking, I think. Yep, it's sloppy today. Sloppy.
It is Friday.
It is
sloppy
a wet Friday.
Texting, sloppy reading, sloppy Friday. Yeah, it's like Fridays are always light. And I know you're kind of new around here, Lost Toby, but Fridays are always weird. Everything gets weird on a Friday.
Wow. Really?
Fairweather Dan says, hey guys, FYI, this is the beginning of restaurant week.
What does that mean?
I guess it's restaurant week.
Next week, are we doing a live remote from every restaurant we can find?
No, we're not doing that. I don't know. I don't know. It's some sort of eat local thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to where else would I eat, right? I don't know what's wrong with me. He says, personally, I'll be at Avanti tonight. Hey, can you fill me in, Fairweather Dan, on the whole thing about Restaurant Week? What's the deal with that? What's the deal with that? Lucky Lips Johnson says, I think Booger Wolf needs therapy. Many years of therapy.
Wow.
Colts fan Dan says, if you get a concussion from an apple, you're a wuss. Hey, yikes. Colts fan Dan, if God is going to zing an apple at you, it's coming with velocity. It'll probably go right through you. So
velocity and bad intentions.
That's right. Skull says cherry apple fight. What?
That's a new one on me.
Average Joe says, growing up, we had crabapple tree in our backyard. So many fights would break out with those things, especially when they're all mushy. Oh yeah. That's, I don't know if you'd rather be hit by a hard one or a mushy one, but you'd probably rather take the mushy impact, and then you're going to get in trouble for your clothing. Ookla the Mock says, hi, Randy. Hey, Radio Pal. And is Phil really that dumb, or does he just play an idiot on the radio?
What's going on, Ookla?
Phil is very smart. He knows a lot of stuff about sports. The only problems he has, and by the way, what Phil suffers from is the same thing that a lot of radio guys suffer from. And that is an advanced case of homerism. Phil can break down information for you, tell you about your team. He knows the stats. He knows where the bodies are buried. He knows he knows how to talk sports. That's one thing you can't say about Phil is that he doesn't know how to talk sports. He knows he's not dumb. Phil is not dumb, but he becomes a mouth-breathing, slobbering moron whenever he talks about one of two things, the Broncos or the Lakers. And the Lakers is a new thing, which is why it's so surprising that he would be so slobbering all over these Lakers like this.
Am I going to be justified when the Lakers win the championship?
No.
Okay. Just wondering where that
was then. This is now.
Well,
Phil.
And the other part of that thing is, Phil, when you bandwagoned, you went to a team that would be easy to bandwagon to. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, you really went out on a limb going with LeBron. Oh my God. Wow. You took the Lakers. Wow. Why didn't you take the Kings? That would have been more impressive. Why didn't you take some other team? No, you went right to the one with the championship maker.
Can I say this? I think if the Lakers don't win the West this year, I think the team making it out of the West is not the Suns, is not the Lakers, or if they lost and everything, not the Clippers. I think it's the Trailblazers. Does that do anything for you? Does that
they have been kind of sneaky, quietly good up there, haven't they?
They have a lot of depth. They have a lot of big guys, which they haven't before. If you look at their last couple games going into the playoffs, they've really worked on their defense. I think that their path to victory, it's actually fairly easy once you get past the first stage. I kind of like the Trailblazers. Should the Lakers be out?
I hope the Lakers will be out. And I don't think the Lakers will have the stamina. Even if they beat the Suns, I don't think they'll have the stamina to get out of the West anyway.
I do worry about that. I do, but that's why I'm so high on the first round. But going beyond that's a little question.
Because it may be all you have, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. 888-368-1580. And Kiss the Cook says, enjoying the carnage at Kiowa Island. Van Royen just put his chance of making the cut. Golf ball, golf club, and tee marker on 17. It's all in the water now. It's all in the water. Napa Bob says, Phil will appreciate this. In the day, Chick Hearn was in the middle there.
Is it a picture?
Yeah, it's a picture of Vin Scully, Chick Hearn.
Wow.
And who's the other guy? I don't do LA sports, so I don't know who that other guy is. Yeah, I met Chick Hearn once at a thing.
You?
Sweetest, nicest guy.
I've heard that a lot. Him and Jim Scully, or Vin Scully. Excuse me.
Vin, do you not Jim? Do you or anyone
else?
Well,
Jim was his slightly slower brother of Vin. So yeah.
I've heard nothing but good stuff about them. That they're down to earth guys.
But Chick Hearn was just the nicest guy I probably ever met in broadcasting. Rick Stera says from Rockstar, a kilometer is 0.6 or 0.6 of a mile. Ooh. Well, I'm confused. Are you Rex Terra or now are you Rockstar? Are you changing your name or what? No, you're Rex Terra. So good to hear from you again, though. Circumcised Mosquito says, Randy, what are you going to smoke in the pit this weekend? I'm looking for some ideas.
I don't know. I've got some pork roast in the freezer, some pork shoulder in the freezer. I think I might even have a tri-tip or two out there. I don't know. I'm really kind of busy this weekend. I've got family in town, so I may not be on the old smoker pit, but anything you do, it's going to be a wonderful weekend to do some smoking.
Yeah. I love my wife. We had the
because
TV.
She's smoking.
Well, she's smoking.
Is that how
hot.
you got going with that?
She doesn't like when I say she's hot. When I say that she's hot, she I don't know why she takes that like I'm minimizing her or something. But I'm not. I'm just saying she's a beautiful woman, and she's like, yeah. Get the muscle car, get the 700 horsepower one. She's saying stuff like that. I'm the one that says, ooh, no. I don't think I need that much. And then she's like, why do we have a 75-inch TV? Get the 85-inch TV. No, hell, get the 86-inch TV. I love you so much. And then she's talking football. She's like, yeah, make sure we have that Direct TV Sunday ticket because we're not going to watch a game. We're watching all the damn games. And I'm oh my God, I'm the luckiest man alive. And then the other day, just another one for the list. She's like, I think we need a big freezer for all the meat that we're going to grill. little tear was. I didn't
could see
cry.
why.
I didn't cry, but I got a little emotional. So, by the way, can you suggest? Is it? Where's your freezer? Is it on the back patio or is it in the garage? Where do you
the
keep
garage.
your?
Yeah, I've got an extra fridge freezer combo in the garage, and I'm thinking about getting just an upright freezer.
A what?
Upright freezer.
Oh, what brand did you say? You kind of broke up.
I upright freezer, a stand-up freezer, not one of those trunk ones or whatever.
So a full stand-up freezer, no fridge, just all freezer stand-up, so
Yeah.
you can just go in there and put stuff on shelves.
Yeah, correct.
Oh yeah. I don't know what we're gonna get, but I trust her. She'll figure it out. But I didn't know if there was a brand that was best for meat.
No,
A
you just want to
freezer?
make sure that Jeffrey, when you're going to put your meat in the freezer, got to make sure it's wrapped well, contained, vacuum sealed, hermetically sealed. You don't want any frostbite on your meat, Jeffrey. You don't want any sort of burn, some freezer burn on your meat.
Yeah, I don't want freezer burn on my meat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Beer Bob says, "Hey, Randy, have you ever tried a reverse sear on a steak? You smoke it for an hour, then you sear them on a grill there, right?
Yeah,
delicious.
I've had one before, but I've not tried it myself. But it's a pretty simple process. You just got to watch your temperatures. And Miss Kim, you were talking about how great your wife is. My Miss Kim is always on the lookout for those handy little gadgets. And she got me a steak sear, a weight, one of those iron weights that you can use to push down. Yeah, so she got me one of those. So I'm really wanting to try some of that reverse seared steak. It's actually pretty good, and it's real easy to do.
I'm in. Good Cat says, doing Cuban garlic shredded pork tacos tonight.
Oh, wow.
I have a question, Good Cat. What's Cuban garlic? Or is it just Cuban pork tacos, which had garlic in them? Is there such a thing as Cuban garlic? Or is it the Cuban shredded pork tacos that have garlic in them? Do you know, Randy? Because I've never heard of this.
Probably
It sounds
like
good.
it's seasoned like a Cuban pork would be, and then you add garlic to it. I would imagine. I've never heard of Cuban garlic.
Uklamok says, "Are you married to Helen Keller, radio blind, deaf, and dumb?" There, no, she. Well, I was worried that she went to the eye doctor today, but why would Helen Keller ask me to get a bigger TV? You know what I mean? And then she wouldn't say it like I said. She'd say,
And here we go.
I'm sure everybody who's deaf and dumb right now listening is like, I'm offended. Come on. Floppy Bumper says, "Hey, Randy, be real careful with the grill press. Go from medium rare to well done real quick if you're not careful."
Yeah, you're right. It sure can.
Just a Tip says, "Hey, lots of apple fights back in the 60s. Hard little green suckers tasted like crap. And boy, those things were hard as a rock. Take one of those off the dome and you're going to welt up and go nappy. Nappy, bye-bye." Kiss the Cook says, "Sorry that Phil's illness is not covered by his medical plan. I guess moron is considered a pre-existing condition." What the hell, guys? Why? He's not stupid. He's just a homer. I can't say he's ever said any. Well, okay. I mean, outside of sports, he said some stupid stuff. But in sports, it's only the homerism that he suffers. That's it. Don't stop calling him stupid. Booger Wolf says, "The Broncos cheerleaders, they look like AC Green."
Oh, God. No, stop.
Wow. Oh. Baker's Cocky Hen says, "The Blazers? The Blazers. If Blazers somehow make it, they will absolutely lose to the East."
Well, I didn't. Did I say that they would win everything? No, I just said that they would make it out of the West. Look, they have addressed needs all throughout their team. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum still make up a tremendous backcourt. Robert Covington at their small forward position is a great defensive option, and he actually can transition to a power forward as well as needed. And Nurkic is coming back. They have all the pieces necessary. They have the supernova ability to will their way to the next couple levels, and they have a great head coach. Look, I just think that they have a fine path there. Do I believe that they will be? No, because I think the Lakers are the best one. But the Trailblazers, if you want some odds, if you want somebody who's going to give you 10 to 1 on your money, look at the Trailblazers.
Baker Cocky Hen says, "Okay, so the Blazers then, right? So I guess Tiger Woods is going to win the U.S. Open this year too."
No, I think he doesn't have a leg to stand on in the golf club.
Oh, he doesn't
Mr.
have a leg stand on. I see what you did there.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Wow.
Bruno Baller says, where would Phil consider his hometown? You know, where he grew up, where his childhood memories come from.
Arizona. But I was born in New Mexico.
No kidding.
Yeah. Born in there
Where in
just
New
for
Mexico?
just for season and flavoring. Albuquerque.
Oh, all right.
LBQQ. All right.
Yeah, Albuquerque. I did stand up in that Pyramid Hotel. They still have the Pyramid there, that hotel.
No,
I did stand up there.
It was infested with the fleas.
Seriously?
No, I don't know.
And then I
have
did
no idea.
comedy in Santa Fe in the Santa Fe Comedy Cantina. That was also at a hotel. I'll let you guess which one was nicer. Baker's Cocky Hens. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Good Cat says, is it a pork shoulder? He says it's a pork shoulder cooked with Cuban spices and a whole head of garlic.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That does sound nice. Ukla Mock says, I'm sure she's a wonderful person. I just don't see why she's with you, Jeffrey. No, I get it.
No, he says that all the
believe me,
time.
I get it.
Yeah.
Colts fan Dan says, can I get a quick weather update from our chief meteorologist, Randy White?
We don't have enough.
Sure we do.
Well, from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White here. Sunshine is the word of the day once again. Breeze is subsiding by this evening, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Mid to low 80s for the highs. Overnight lows down to the 60s. Currently outside, it is 92 degrees under windy skies. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White, back to you, Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. See, told you we had time, Phil. All right. Trust me. Boogie just sent a text message and says, damn it, it's Friday. And he's looking at his watch, and he's sitting there on his bike. And but I don't see the shirt, Boogie. So, yeah, you better get that going. You better get home and get that shirt on. And I'm waiting on that picture. Ready when you are. Napa Bob says, did I spot Phil at BS West or Stacy's? My eyes are deceiving me.
Why were you at Stacy's? Why were you
I don't
at
know, even
BTM?
know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 103rd PGA Championship, sponsored by Fidelity Wealth Management. The pace slowing considerably down the stretch in the second round of the Ocean Course. Some of the final featured groups just wrapping up. Brooks Koepka with a par save at 18. He holds it 4 under, one off the lead, held by Phil Mickelson and Louis Oosthuizen, both at 5 under. Oosthuizen has as sweet a swing as you can imagine, and he seems to have rediscovered it lately.
Just sort of got a feeling in my swing back from a long time ago, and it's great to know that that driver swing and that long iron swing is back, especially in these conditions. So I just need to stay in it this weekend and try not to play myself out of it tomorrow.
4 under, 68 for Oosthuizen, who will be in the final group on moving day with Mickelson. Koepka at 4 under, Hideki Matsuyama a bogey at 18, 3 under. Matsuyama, the Masters champion, is 2 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Oh, come on! 4! There it is. In golf, the right adjustments can make all the difference. We feel the same way about financial planning. With Fidelity Wealth Management, your dedicated advisor will work with you to create a personalized plan for your full financial picture. And as your needs change, they'll help you make adjustments so you can stay on target. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC.
It's Small Business Month, and Dell Technologies and Windows are celebrating your unstoppable drive. Save up to 45% on powerful PCs with Windows 10 Pro to work from anywhere, plus top monitors and docks for the ultimate business setup, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right business tech, server, storage, and cloud solutions at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for Small Business Month.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Views Alto is the vape as unique as the back roads you ride. With Views by You, you can choose from 7 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. Make Views Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Views.com. Views, charge beyond. Vapor products, underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. This is KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil there in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and you guys are on the Summit Bell Medical Text Line, 888-368-1580. And if you heard the update just a little bit ago, old man Phil Mickelson is tied for first place with Louis
Oosthuizen.
Sure. And, this is a good day for all of us old guys. Seeing
Old guys rule. Yeah.
yeah,
sure
Phil
of that.
Mickelson
Yeah.
still hanging around and not getting on that seniors tour. But as far as us here on the show, Phil has the best golfer in Brooks Koepka, who is in third place. And after that, you just got to scroll to see our guys. You got to keep scrolling until I see Scheffel.
We don't,
John Rahm.
Jeffrey and I very rarely take the chalk.
Yeah.
Very rarely. We
We're
always
brave.
go out on a limb. Yeah.
Yeah. Phil just looked over and saw, who has the best odds? Let's see. I'll go with I'll go with this one in the middle, just so it looks like I'm not chasing chalk. But then again, Koepka's been golfing pretty good lately, and whatever, Phil. We know you don't know nothing about golf. You don't know nothing about. You've never golfed once in your life.
That's no. Does putt-putt count?
No,
it does. If it does, then I'm great.
Yeah, I'm phenomenal.
But outside of that, no.
Just giving you a quick update right now as it stands. Louis Oosthuizen is tied with Phil Mickelson for first. Brooks Koepka just a stroke back in second. Hideki Matsuyama.
He's in third.
Well, it says 3, but he's actually
he's tied. You got two guys tied for first place. That means Koepka's third place.
Hideki Matsuyama, the Masters champion, looking for another major win. Could be 2 in a row for him. He's -3 right now and sitting in fourth place. So, he had a good day.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, there's still 2 more days of golfing to go. And how many people out of today survive to golf tomorrow?
Well, I think the cut line was -5. So everybody who is, +5. So anybody who's +5 and below will golf tomorrow. So that looks like right now about 63 golfers will move on to the weekend. The rest of them, bye-bye.
All right. Well, good news for you. John Rahm is tied for 38 with a +3. Where did we say Scheffel was?
Schauffele is tied for 81. He's +6. He missed the cut.
Now I have no reason to watch golf this weekend.
I'm sorry.
To be honest, I had no reason to watch golf this weekend anyway. But for everybody else who cares about golf, you're going to have a couple of great days of listening to 1580 The Fanatic, or also just watching it on the old TV there. So good luck to Phil Mickelson, who creeps me out when he dances wearing them shirts. But since he is the resident guy my age, good luck, man. 888-368-1580. Good Cat says, Randy, I need a deal with my in-laws this weekend. Can I have a quadruple 100 proof Knob Creek rye, please?
There you go. There's one. Wow.
Booger Wolf says, the Broncos cheerleaders' teeth are so jacked up that when they eat an apple, it looks like 4 different people just took a bite.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow, somebody doesn't like the Denver Broncos cheerleading squad. That's all I have to say.
Ukla the Mock says, I also don't understand why my wife's with me. Must be, oh, yeah, I can't read that. Nondescript says, New Mexico for seasoning and flavoring. No wonder Phil is so damn corny. What is with that state and their corn use?
I don't think New Mexico leads with corn. We do have maize, but
UFO sightings.
UFO sightings,
Those.
of course. But Kansas, I think, has a claim to number one corn.
And now, Miss Kim and I were watching a show last night. You know, we like that. We like that Discovery Plus. Miss Kim and I do, and
Right.
we like the Discover. What is it? Discovery X or I forget that guy
Animal
on there.
Planet.
No, that's not it. Anyway, is something X. Hey, Ken. Anyway,
Let's
they
do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
They were out doing some investigation on the Catalina Island there, 21 miles off the coast of the California.
Is that
saying
near New
that
Mexico?
is no, it's the opposite direction.
Okay.
They're saying that is one of the, if not the hotspot for UFO activity and USO activity in the entire world.
What USO? What I know what a UFO.
Unidentified submersible object.
Oh yeah, I saw that video where that hey, it's a UFO. Bloop. Now it's a USO. No, it's
Yeah.
probably just a drone somebody's messing around with out there.
Well, now they talked to the Navy. The Navy confirmed, and they showed pictures. Expedition X. That's the name of it. Thank you, Ms. Kim. Expedition X. They showed pictures. This thing is they call it the Tic Tac video because it looks like a flying Tic Tac, and it moves at hypersonic speeds. And the F-18s could barely even track it. But what they did get of it was flying, changing directions on a dime, went right into the ocean, and also that the Navy pilots saw what they described as an object under the water there, the size of a 747.
All right, so here's the deal. It's either some sort of test aircraft of ours. It's somebody else's, classified aircraft, or the aliens are sizing us up to take over the planet before we completely ruin it, and then they're going to move in.
Yeah,
Could be.
We just became cattle.
Or they're doing underwater farming. You know, that's a big thing now. Underwater farming.
Yeah, I think that what happened is the aliens just here's how I'm going to blame the cheerleaders. The aliens watching us from afar, watching on the TV, seeing the cheerleaders have gotten bigger, and they're like, ripe for the picking. Let's go. It's time to harvest
All these
humanity.
Earthlings look
That's
like
right.
this. Yeah, we can take them easy.
See, I bet it
Ram
was
steers.
Yeah, those aliens, they were over there and they said, you know what, let's just see what those earthlings, what they got. Let's send them our smallest little piffly little flying thing. Let's send the Tic Tac. Let's send the Tic Tac and see if they can
The
can
hell
take
did
that
not
down.
listen, Phil? The Tic Tac was the size of a 747.
And that's their smallest one.
No, the Tic Tac was not the size. Under the water was another craft the size of a 747.
All I know is this: we're toast if the aliens they're just checking out the scenery. They're like, "Wow, nice planet you got here.
Yeah.
You're not taking very good care of it, so bye." And then that'd be the end of us.
Yeah, all that
No,
needs
there'll
to
be some
said-
sort of a, and then everybody will just vaporize.
Yeah, all that needs to be said is whoever discovers whom is the better species. If they come to us,
Discovers who?
yeah, if they can
They have
discover
to
us,
discover whom. What the hell is whom?
This is the reason the aliens are going to destroy us because of Phil. It's going to be the way Phil talks.
No,
they're going to
I
be listening to this
whoever
and they'll be like,
discovers
"That's it, we're
whom.
done."
yeah,
the hell
if,
is whom?
if the aliens discover us, then that makes them smarter. If we discover
Ah.
the aliens first, then
we
we're
win.
smarter.
We win. We
yeah,
already discovered them.
precisely.
Well, that's not really fair because we're just sitting here minding our own business, and if we see them first, I mean,
But if we go discover them first, can we blow them up?
yeah, well, that's what we do, and it's probably why they're going to destroy us.
Those F-18s couldn't catch that little Tic Tac thing. I'm sorry. They have a superior flight.
You know what? I
options
saw
over us, I think.
Independence Day. We'll take care of business.
right.
Krista Cook says Phil Mickelson can win if he shoots 3 under for the next 2 days. Usti's a great wind player, though, and if
Yeah,
that wind
yeah.
picks up, it'll favor Usti to win this PGA.
I thought
Well,
that
they're-
exactly.
They're expecting a wind gust to stay about what it's been, which is plus 20 miles an hour each day.
Windy. Swave Dave says, Randy, just me and the wife normally. I don't know what he said.
All right.
Okay.
Well, very well then. Good for you. Here's one for you.
Bruno Baller says, so in Albuquerque, the Broncos run most of the time, hence you being a Bronco fan then. Because of, I think he's not ripping on you. Just
you're
because
saying
that
that
was what the
territorial
actual
viewing.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people in New Mexico are Cowboy fans because they're in proximity to that in that region. So Bruno Baller says, I wonder if that Tic Tac looking UFO was in mint condition.
I like that.
Yeah, he says, we'll be fine. We just introduce the aliens to whiskey, and that'll be the end of that. Everything will be
Cheers.
all right. Skull, of course, says, aliens are already here. You know that. Good Cat says, maybe the aliens created the coronavirus. They helped create the vaccine, and then that'll turn us into their slaves. Okay. Good Cat, that doesn't make any kind of sense. If they created the coronavirus, it would have worked better and killed more people. And if they helped create, why would they create the vaccine?
Right.
I'm not really following this.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jeffco. Yeah.
Good Cat says maybe it's the aliens. I read that. Sorry, my screen got frozen up there.
All right.
Booger Wolf says the Bronco cheerleader skirts are made of steel. That way they don't flip up by accident.
Wow.
What is with this today?
Dude, I didn't know like a steel, like a chainmail.
No, they don't. No, they don't, Jeffrey. Don't believe everything you read.
Well,
so is this like back in the olden
lie?
days, back in the medieval times? That's
no,
you
says
saying
now.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Napa Bob says, why is there golf or horse racing? Super
because
spread, guys.
The aliens.
And I'm 66 years old, by the way.
The aliens want it that way.
Floppy Bumper says, watching the Denver Broncos cheerleaders makes me think I'm back in Fraggle Rock. Hefty Lefty says, what's that? You want the dancing Mickelson gift? Please no. Don't send that to me.
Everybody, you know what to do.
I don't want. Last Optimist says, or we could be living in a computer simulation, and those UFOs are the viewing cameras from the people who are running the simulation.
Could be. Could be.
I hope you're right, Last Optimist, because first off, I don't want to get anally probed.
Oh.
Second, I don't want to be evaporated because Phil can't speak clear English. Or third, because Randy won't recycle, we all end up dead because they're mad at us for not taking care of the planet.
Yeah. It's a good point.
I wouldn't recycle either, but my wife makes me. Yeah. Swave Dave, it says, Randy, I just found out I have the family coming for Thanksgiving.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Didn't I read this one earlier?
Good for you. You want another quadruple?
Been wanting to get a smoker. Ever smoke a turkey? I used to smoke with a turkey. Suggestions on smokers and cookings and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. When you're buying a smoker, it's got to be a personal choice. You have to be comfortable with the smoker. And I would not say go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Start off with one that's simple, that you can operate easy, maybe a pellet smoker, because they're very easy to operate. And you learn how to do things and you do some experimentation. Then you move your way up to a better one. I just got a Kamado smoker and it's very easy to operate. I don't go through the charcoal and the wood like I used to with my char griller, but I started with a char griller smoker, and you can buy those pretty inexpensively at your big box Home Depot or Lowe's or online there, maybe at the Walmart. I don't really go to the Walmart, but there you go. The char griller. That's a good way to start and kind of get the basics underway.
Randy is too good for the Walmart. He only goes to Target because he's rich.
I don't go to Target either.
Yeah. Randy only goes to the dollar store because he's very poor.
Don't go to the dollar
Where
store.
the hell do you go, Randy?
None of your damn business.
Fair enough. 888-368-1580. Baker's Cocky Hens. Did you read the Ricky Fowler, Michael Jordan story there? It's pretty awesome.
No.
I imagine LeBron golfing against pro golfers one day and looking like Charles Barkley out there.
Stop it.
Good Cat says, is New Mexico the meth capital of the United States? No, I'm pretty sure it's Florida. Yeah,
definitely.
Florida or DC, one of the two.
Colts fan Dan says, Jeffrey, frozen is not a word. I don't know who the hell you think you are, Colts fan Dan. If I say frozen is a word, it's a word. If I say funner and funnest is a word, it's a word. All these idiot kids can come around and say stuff like, I'm going on vacay. What? I'm eating some za while I'm on vacay. Well, then I can add a couple of extra letters to words I like and do it too. Don't tell me, don't you impede on my rights as America. I got a First Amendment right to say that frozen is a word.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good point.
Sorry, I
Good point.
had to snap at you, Colts fan Dan, but I like to, if I get to make up my own words, then I'm a happy man. Hefty Lefty says, okay, no Dancing Mickelson gift, but here's the Larry Bird tomato again. That is epic. I always enjoy the Larry Bird tomato. That tomato looks just like Larry Bird. Wow. Average Joe says, what's worse, dancing Phil Mickelson or pina colada? Damn it.
If you like
I hate the pina colada, but I'd probably listen to that before I want to ever see Phil Mickelson's dancing shirt commercial again.
So
Boomer
you're saying
Sooner.
you want to hear it again? Is that what you're saying?
No,
That's what he's
No,
saying.
never said that.
Give the
Never
man
said
what he
that.
wants.
0% said that.
All right.
And Boomer Sooner, let me practice that off air, and I'll come back around to you. He wants a Jerry Jones singing Boomer Sooner. Where did Jerry Jones go to college? I don't think Jerry Jones.
Arkansas.
He's never going to be the one that sings a Boomer Sooner, but I get it. That's why you want him to sing it. Kiss the Cook says, I'm not afraid of aliens because they can't play golf. That's right. I'll challenge them to a round of golf. I'll beat them by 80 strokes and commandeer their spaceships. That's what I'll do.
No, what'll happen is they'll come down and you'll challenge them to golf. They'll go boom, and then you'll just be. That's it.
My mouth.
That's exactly what it's going to sound like right there.
I can't do it. I can't make my noises. There you go. That's what I was trying to do, but for some reason my noises weren't working. Yeah, my noises aren't working. Let's see here. Kiss the. Oh no! Damn you, Phil. What the hell's wrong with you? First, listen. If I scroll in the text line, he's sending me pictures of Crocs. He's sending me now a picture of Phil Mickelson dancing in a shirt.
Oh boy!
I'm just adhering to what the people want, what the people.
When we sit down and I fire you, there's going to be a stack of papers this thick. I just want you to know that.
Phil, did you say there's a movement?
There is a movement. There is an uprising happening within the fourth dimension.
There really is.
Wow.
And we are going to send you en masse Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
From one Phil to another.
The minute you said it, they lost interest in doing that.
Yeah. See, first of all, I'm the king of the fourth dimension. And second of all, Jeffrey is the king of the show. No, I'm the king of the fourth dimension. And Jeffrey's the emperor. And I don't think.
Wait, so what does that make me?
Yeah, absolutely nothing, and probably lonely.
You remember in the Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Have you seen the movie?
I was in Spamalite, yes.
All right. No, but in the movie, when King Arthur is coconut clopping and comes up to the peasants who are just moving dirt around. Oh, look, there's some lovely filth over here. And then there's that whole speech about how he's like, I didn't vote for you and stuff like that. Do you know that scene?
Yeah.
You're the dirt. 888-368-1580. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is now your exclusive home for the six-time world champion
Indoor Football League's Arizona Rattlers. Tune in to The Fanatic for all of the fast-paced, hard-hitting action.
Listen as the Arizona Rattlers vie for the playoffs and their seventh championship in team history. Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Views Alto is the vape as unique as the back roads you ride. With Views by You, you can choose from 7 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. Make Views Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Views.com. Views, charge beyond. Vapor products, underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 103rd PGA Championship, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen is the most recommended memory support brand by pharmacists. Just like everyone predicted, Phil Mickelson has a share of the lead after 36 holes. Phil, a month away from his 51st birthday, he's 5 under par, along with Louis Oosthuizen. They're a shot better than Brooks Koepka, who is 4 under. U.S. Open champ Bryson DeChambeau, 4 back at 1 under. You'd think the 30-mile-per-hour gusts would affect his monstrous tee shots at Kiawah. Not as much as what he does on the green.
You get these little gusts and you're just not going to make it. There's so many times out there that Colin and Hideki it was just influenced by the wind, and we couldn't do anything about it. And the driving, we for the most part can hit it in the fairway, but yeah, putting is a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah, DeChambeau playing with the defending PGA champion Morikawa and Matsuyama Hideki, the Masters champ, is 3 under. That's 2 off the lead. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
You're still running your business on QuickBooks? QuickBooks? More like quicksand. The bigger your company grows, the faster you sync with outdated software that just can't keep up. You don't have time to spend dealing with manual processes, multiple systems, delays, and scrambling to get the numbers you need. It's time to get on solid ground. NetSuite by Oracle, the scalable solution to run all of your key back office operations, no matter how big your company grows. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more. Everything you need to grow all in one place. NetSuite helps you automate your key business processes and close your books in a fraction of the time. Think days, not weeks. In fact, 93% of surveyed organizations increased their visibility and control of their business since making the switch from QuickBooks to NetSuite. Right now, NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind financing program only for those ready to graduate from QuickBooks. Head to netsuite.com/golf. That's special financing for you graduates at netsuite.com/.
The Fanatic.
If it weren't for the, music licensing goons, I would just listen to this entire song before we even do any more shows. This is one of the most epic rock songs ever created. Never heard of it. Van Halen, Hot for Teacher, Phil. You've never heard Hot for Teacher? All right. Now what? Write it down on a piece of paper, okay? Write down Van Halen, Hot for Teacher. And then after you leave here tonight, I want you to listen out on the way home. Because what you're going to hear is some great lyrics. You're going to hear one of the most epic guitar solos in the history of humanity. If we were to play that for the aliens, they would automatically show us some respect getting Van Halen up there. Eddie Van Halen playing. In fact, do yourself a favor for fun. Watch the video on YouTube and crank up that music nice and loud. Make sure you do it where there's some good speakers and stuff, because that song right there shall stand as a testimony to humanity's achievement in rock and roll. Right there.
Will I lose control of my bowels?
I
Perhaps.
always assume you will, but
perhaps that's a natural thing that happens when you listen to Hot for Teacher. Bowels and other things.
It's a risk I'll have to take.
Yeah.
That is a driving song. If you're driving down the road listening to it, you'll enjoy that. Also, Panama. That's Van Halen, not Van Hagar. Van Halen.
Van Halen.
Epically good band. I heard some deep cuts from Van Halen as I was driving, and I'd never heard it before. And I can't remember the song now. I can't remember what it was called, but I was just like, oh my God, what have I been doing with my life that I haven't heard this song? They were good before that people even knew they were good. They were good.
You're damn right. 1978 changed rock and roll forever. That's when Van Halen hit the streets with their album Van Halen. So yeah, get a chance, do some deep dives on that Van Halen. That's amazing stuff right there.
Yeah, and watch the video where Eddie Van Halen is walking across those desks playing his guitar solo. That's something that would be burned into your mind for the rest of your life. Of course, Phil will come back and be like, I didn't like it. Trust me, Phil, if you have any sort of rock and roll heart or soul, you're going to love that song.
You'll like it. Yeah.
All right. Duly noted.
Isn't I'm not overselling it. If I am overselling Van Halen, someone on the text line, you step up and tell me that. You tell me if I'm overselling it. I am not. There is no exaggeration. There is no braggadociousness. There is no way that I am wrong on this one. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can speak up against Hot for Teacher by Van Halen.
I don't think so.
0%. 0. 888-368-1580. Boomer Sooner says, I checked the Vegas betting line and it's 1,200 plus. Phil will not last the year.
Oh my God.
Would be just about right, actually. Yeah. The others before him on the job were about the same. Is there a conspiracy theory? That's not true. We've got people for years and years. We've had people for a moment. Listen, life happens. We get that.
Yeah.
Randy and I are pals.
Yeah.
Randy and I are best of friends. We have for the longest of time. So, he ain't getting rid of me and I ain't getting rid of him.
Yeah. Unless I
other
do
people-
something really stupid.
Other people come along and their careers take them other places. We always encourage anybody who works for CRC Broadcasting or is on the show. You reach for the stars.
Yeah.
You go on and you grab them and you hold on and you follow that career. That's what I'm going to say
Keep your
right
feet
after
on the
I
ground.
put my foot in his ass and pushed him out the door. You're fired.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Yeah, that's right. I will absolutely give that speech when I fire Phil.
Keep on reaching for the stars over at Toyota.
Yeah, not here. Just not.
Homage to your former co-host, eh?
You got any offers over there, Phil?
Can't say I have.
Wow.
Booger Wolf says the Broncos cheerleader calves look like unwrapped tamales.
Oh my God. This is horrendous.
Just the Broncos cheerleaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Napa Bob says Phil has proper grammatically correct, proper English with perfect diction, courtesy of Arizona State University. Wait a minute. That sounded like a dig. Daylight Drew says, what's up, fellas? Please pour me a Maker's Mark, a side of Sam Adams Summer Ale 2, please.
Maker's Mark is the one that's dipped in wax, right?
The seal is,
it's wax.
the cap is sealed in wax. Yes, that's correct.
And it says if the Suns don't win game one, oh boy. I know, Daylight Drew. I know, man.
Do you agree?
I
Do you
know.
guys agree with me on that assessment?
Yes.
That
It's going to be tough.
I
I'm not going to say it's impossible. You're going to say it's impossible. I'm going to say it does increase the level of difficulty exponentially. Flying Monkeys says, I had a personal experience off the coast of Catalina Island in 1979.
What's that?
Uh-oh. It's a UFO story, Randy.
Get ready for the probing.
Phil just automatically hopes there's going to be some anal probing. Let me just read the damn text, Phil.
All right.
I was stationed on a U.S. destroyer. We tracked a USO on sonar. That's right. Unidentified submersible objects.
Yes.
First, at a ridiculous speed underwater, it broke the surface and then it flew away. We tracked it out of 250 miles that it covered, about 30 seconds. 250 miles in 30 seconds. And then disappeared.
Did you hear?
We had a visual confirmation by 3 lookouts, and all of us who were on the bridge shook the 563-foot ship when it broke the surface. Upon return to San Diego, black suits boarded the ship, took all the ship's logs, and let everyone know that loose lips sink ships.
What?
And we were never there.
That's incredible. Thank you for sharing that story. I know it must be very emotional for you.
Phil wants to know if any of you got anally probed. 888-368-1580. Bruno Baller says, I guess in this dynamic, Jeffrey being the emperor, Randy being the king of the fourth dimension, you'd be court jester. There's worse things.
There are. I was about to say, I'm actually not upset by that one.
Yeah,
You
the
could be
good
the-
cat seconds that, says, yeah, Phil'd be court jester.
You could be the royal sweeper.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Wow, you're being awfully generous there, Randy.
Yeah.
Think we should maybe have a meeting about this before you start handing out prestigious positions
No,
like that?
I was saying he could be. It could be a lot worse. He could be the royal sweeper.
No, could be. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Wink, wink,
yeah.
wink. Yeah, I gotcha. Floppy Bumper says supreme executive power is derived from a mandate of the masses, not some farcical aquatic ceremony. If I ran around saying I was supreme because some moistened little bent threw a sword at me, they'd put me away.
That the speech? Is that the speech?
It's kind of the speech. Yeah. Hefty Lefty says, don't feel bad, Phil. The housing market is booming, and that basically just buying and selling outlying pieces of dirt. So if he calls you dirt, you're worth something.
Oh, yeah. Very valuable. The dirt beneath your wings. Yeah.
Shut up, dirt. Nasser Marcus says, Phil, add Drop Dead Legs, and I'll wait to your Van Halen playlist.
Oh, yeah. Drop Dead Legs. I'll wait for your love come down. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Nasser Marcus says, and no, you're not overselling Hot for Teacher, Jeffrey. That is a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, that Bronco cheerleader joke is funny. Yeah, and true. And no, you're not overhyping Eddie Van Halen. That's a Hall of Famer right there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Helibin Mike says, I just listened to Van Halen song Dirty Movies this morning. Full volume at work. The whole block was a rockin'.
Nice.
Napa Bob says, you are overselling Van Halen.
What?
Here's why. Listen to Highway Star by Deep Purple. Classically trained, Richie Blackmore rips on his amp and tweaked a Stratocaster. Eddie V just goes bat bleep crazy on the fretboard. That's a low melodic quality.
Whoa.
Whoa, bro. Them's fighting words in these parts here, Napa Bob. These are them fighting words. But that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right.
We can appreciate a multitude of rock's greatest guitar players ever.
Deep Purple is not good enough to hold Eddie Van Halen's jockstrap.
Wow.
Booger Wolf says, I'm just going after Phil today, boys. Rag on the Broncos because he's rooting for the Lakers. Yeah, he's a bum. Large Marge says, but how do you know he's a king? Oh, he hasn't got bleep all over him. Flying Monkey says, no, Phil, I did not get probed. But in a related story, when I got my first colonoscopy, wait, I better pre-read the rest of this. I told the doctor I knew I'd get probed sooner or later, but I always thought it'd be aliens. Yeah. I felt the same way, which is why I was glad.
Felt probed too?
Well, they gave me some serious drugs and I don't remember any of it. And I'm okay with that. Moist One says, dirt beneath your wings. Sounds like something that happens when you, okay. We're not going to make wiping back to front jokes, Moist One. We're not doing that.
No.
Dog named Boo says audio attached. Dog named Boo, I can't do video. I can't do audio when you text it in. If you have something to share with the class, send it to blender@1580thefanatic.com.
Shame on each and all of you.
Hitting the Nut says, can you guys do your impression of 98.7 again? I forgot how that goes. Oh, right. Remember? Yeah. Here we go. Right. I'll start. Cardinals, Kyler Murray, Larry Fitzgerald, Cardinals, Steve Kime, Cardinals, Sons a little bit. Cardinals. Oh, Larry. Cardinals.
Larry.
I forgot. Cardinals.
Breaking news. Cardinals.
There we go. How's that hitting the nuts? We talk about all NFL teams here. Not just the Cardinals. We do talk about the Cardinals, but we don't get bogged down on them. Why? They don't pay us. They don't pay us to say nice things about them. So we don't do that constantly like the other guys do. We talk about all teams. We love the Cardinals, but we also love our other teams. And everybody who listens has their own team. So the NFL is a big place. And we have a whole lot more fun talking about everybody. Booger Wolf says, Phil probably irons his Broncos jersey before games. You goofy bastard.
No, I actually, I only wear those on poker nights. And even then I don't really wash it. I go about 3 trips before I wash it, but I have
never iron your jersey, right?
No.
Do you iron anything?
I steam.
You mean hang it up in the shower?
Nope.
That's how I steam.
No, they got steamer machines now.
Yeah.
You put it on a hanger, you hang it there on top of your door, and you
cool it down a little bit, and then you steam it.
Is that what you do, Randy?
Well, Miss Kim has done that on occasion. I really don't give a rip, if my clothes are a little sprinkly or not.
Did you want to say rip, Randy?
No, he did not. He remembered we're on radio just in time.
See, that's 40 years of radio expertise right there, Phil.
Elvin Mike says, thankfully, I've never been required to visit Dr. Jellyfinger. You will. You will. Floppy Bumper says, I just took a second listen to Hot for Teacher, and I can confirm you did not oversell Van Halen, sir. And you can trust me on that. After all, I'm a geologist. So that means I know rock. You rock.
Wow. You're a geologist. That's fantastic. Thank you.
He can actually make that joke.
I
can't argue with it. Can't argue with it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Randy, I got a question for you. Do you want Julio Jones? Do you want who? Because who wants Julio Jones?
Who?
DeAndre Hopkins. He actually responded to a tweet. They said, "Hey, what do you think about maybe cutting your pay a little bit so Julio Jones can show up?" And he tweeted that picture of Barney from How I Met Your Mother, going, thumbs up. So sounds like DeAndre Hopkins would give up a little bit of dough to see Julio Jones on the other side of the field there.
Listen, guys, if Julio Jones shows up here and becomes a part of this Arizona Cardinals wide receiving core, I don't care what team you are. It's over. It's over.
Can the Cardinals afford him?
Sure. Yeah.
You got the cap space. You got
I think we can be creative about it, and I think we can make room. Yes.
The Cardinals would lead the league in missed practices.
Well, who the hell cares as long as we lead the league in wins, Phil?
Hitting the nut says, you guys really tapped your inner John Gamma Ding Dong. I wish I knew what that meant.
Yeah, thank you.
I have no idea what that
Yeah,
means.
no possible clue with that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you right now what I want? I want Julio Jones. I'll take him on the Colts.
That would
And
be
I
a
know
great
Derrick
addition.
Henry wants him on the Titans. He says, yeah, trade for that guy. Let's do that. And his tweet was Titan TF up. So, yeah,
There are very few teams right now, if you look through the NFL landscape, that couldn't use a Julio Jones and be
but
tremendous.
not everybody can afford him. He's got a fully guaranteed salary of $15.3 million. So
You're right.
Who can the Cardinals legitimately afford him?
If we make a trade for Julio Jones, I'm seeing maybe something like a Christian Kirk going over there, a couple of draft picks, and if you lose Christian Kirk off your salary cap, you get kind of creative while working over here with your salary cap. You can bring in Julio Jones, and I have no problem with him being on this team. It would be a great way to counter what the other teams in the West have done. We've got DeAndre Hopkins, we've got Kyler Murray. We've made some moves on the other side of the ball, the defensive side of the football. If we bring in Julio Jones, I just have to tell you, yes, we can do it, and it would be amazing.
Off of what I can see right now with over the cap projections, the Cardinals have about 10 million to 13 million, somewhere in there. And Julio Jones has signed a 3-year, $66 million extension, meaning that he's around 20 million a year average for them. So they would have to make some painful cuts somewhere else, but there is room. There's always a contract that you can maneuver. You can
Not
always
for the Titans, but yeah, maybe the Cardinals.
You can
definitely the Colts.
Sure, definitely the Colts. The Colts are they still have 17 to 20 million. They have spent a little bit since their time, so they would have to make a lot less harsh moves, but they could do it.
Wonder where Julio Jones wants to go. Has anybody heard what his preferences might be? And are they actually thinking about trading him? Is Atlanta having serious conversations about this?
Yeah, they're still fielding calls, and I find that hard to believe. If you're Atlanta and you've had the type of seasons that you've had, wouldn't you want to keep him and Matt Ryan together? And wouldn't you want to use that as the nucleus of your offense right now to lure other veterans in there to help this team out? But they are fielding calls, and they are serious. It sounds like, from what I've seen, they are serious about moving Julio Jones and that salary out of Atlanta.
Yeah, to buoy Randy's point, there have been top reporting saying that Julio Jones is being mullied around and everybody's going to the Atlanta Falcons, and they're taking calls and looking to make a deal. Of course, nothing's going to happen before June, but they could agree to something and then just wait it out. But it is odd. It's very odd that the Atlanta Falcons are selling, both keeping Matt Ryan and neglecting to take a quarterback at that number 4 pick this last draft. And on top of that, taking Kyle Pitts. If you were going to be doing the most and pushing all of your chips to the middle of the table, which that move would indicate by taking Kyle Pitts, it's weird to see a future that Julio Jones is not a part of that pushing all your chips to the middle, being a unanimous top 8 receiver at worst. And that's if you are bullish on a lot of other people, other wide receivers in his class, but he still ranks highest among all of them.
Do not get your hopes up is what we're saying here. And, some other people who should be thinking about it, the Packers. Now, the Packers, could they save their relationship with Aaron Rodgers if they say, Aaron, we're sorry. Look, we brought you Julio to throw to. Do you think that would get Aaron Rodgers all juiced up and ready to go?
I mean, I don't think so. I think Aaron Rodgers wants one thing. He wants that general manager out. He wants him gone.
Precisely. And look, the Packers are amongst the worst cap situations right now. They only have about $2.5 million to play with. So they're already strapped against it. 20 million. That's near death. I don't know where they would be able to find, unless they were to restructure Aaron Rodgers' contract, but they're They're not doing that. They've shown a resilience to do that. So
Packers are going to be fun to beat for the next 5 years. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Chances are the technology you work with every day is an afterthought
Until it isn't working.
Technical problems can throw a wrench in your day, but computer security issues can expose you and your customers to serious risk. Affinity Technology builds custom IT solutions that help small businesses thrive. No system is too complicated.
If it plugs in, we work with it.
Affinity Technology runs Arizona businesses. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology. These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona Prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintine, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Fanatic.
The Black Sabbath. Paranoid.
There you go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And we are wrapping up our Classic Rock Friday. And I'll be honest, I really didn't listen to much of the Black Sabbath back in the day. So.
That's right. The Ozzy Osbourne band. I don't get Black Sabbath. Sharon!
That was a pretty nice riff right there.
Thank you.
I think I need to go back and maybe put those guys in the rotation. Check that out. But by the way, that song goes into the rotation. We've started a Spotify list of all these songs that were contributed to the Classic Rock Friday by you super fans. And I got to remember to repost that link so people can see it. We'll post it up at our Twitter versus. Hey, let's real quick tell everybody how they can get us on Twitter so they can yell at us or love us or whatever they want to do with us. Use us, abuse us, throw us away. We don't care. I am Radio Pal 1580. That's me on the Twitter at Radio Pal 1580. Randy is at Radio Randy 777, and Phil is at I'm going to need a job soon. Find me on LinkedIn.
That's not
.com.
That's not it at all, Jeffrey. It's at Filthy Speedo. Filthy spelled PHILTHY.
Okay, there you go. Filthy with a PH Speedo on the Twitter there. And of course, you can find this great radio station at 1580 The Fanatic. So that's where we all are on the Twitters. We have a very serious question from Booger Wolf. Says, Phil, be honest. You're still rocking a Tim Tebow jersey, aren't you?
No, I'm actually not. I have a Peyton Manning Super Bowl jersey.
Did you ever have a
Good
Tim
for
Tebow
you.
jersey?
No, I didn't actually.
Why not?
Well, I got into football. Tim Tebow was going crazy when I was in high school, and that certainly led to my interest of being in the Broncos. And then I had always loved Peyton Manning, and so, but I just didn't. The Colts never appealed to me. They were too boring, man. But as soon
Kiss
as
my ass, we
Thank
won a
you.
Super Bowl before you did.
Thank you. Anyways, Peyton Manning.
Kiss my ass. Thank you.
Anyways,
He's trying not to get fired, Randy. Come on.
Peyton Manning moved over to the Denver Broncos. It seemed like a perfect marriage. Both of my interests got married together. So there we go.
Who's Garrett?
I have no
Jeremy,
idea.
do you know who Garrett is?
Well, he coached for the Cowboys for a while. So what we're learning is Phil is into gingers.
Okay. All right.
Booger Wolf, thank you for that. A dog named Boo says, "Hey, I just got a new phone. I'm still trying to figure it out. Not much of a rock fan. I'm more of an R&B kind of guy. But hey,
Really? What is
Hot
it?
for
Marvin
Teacher?
Gaye or
Hot for
what do you got?
Teacher is a great song.
Yeah, no kidding. R&B. We should have like an R&B Thursday.
Come
on, Jeffco.
Yeah,
Hey, a little
rock.
R&B.
No, because that's all Phil's going to do is sing, and I don't want that. Can we wait till we fire Phil? Then we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Napa Bob says, "I'm the man on Silver Mountain." If you get that, but if you do, you get a cookie.
Oh,
I am the man on Silver Mountain. If you Google it, you lose. Boogie has sent today's picture. Oh, that is awesome. This is awesome. Is that an electric bike?
Got to go to the Twitter here.
If that's an electric bike, you need to join up with the Radio Ron. He's got a electric biker gang. They call them the Sons of Apathy. And here it is. He's got the picture of him on the bike. It looks like he's on a golf course, or at least near one. There's a lake behind him. He's got a well done. He's got himself a nice can of Guinness in one hand. He's got a nice cigar in the other. And I think he's got his golf clubs. I think he's golfing.
I don't see it yet on my feed here, so
I'm
I'm just
sure
kinda
it
waiting
will
here.
be up there pretty soon. But yes, as I investigate this, he's instead of a golf cart, he's got like a little electric golf motorcycle. But he is enjoying a nice beverage of Guinness Extra Stout in the can. And
okay.
as you know, when you pop those cans, they automatically carbonate themselves with a little canister inside. So good on you, Boogie. Good on. Look at him. He got ready for this too. He got ready for golf today because look how trim his beard is. We'll have that up on the Twitterverse as soon as he posts it up. That's another good one, man. That is another good photograph. But I'll tell you what, Boogie, while he still owes me the whiskey and he still owes me the time in a Target wearing a red shirt and the khaki pants for, this whole bet, he has really gone above and beyond for these photographs. And I appreciate that because they will go on my giant wall in my office as soon as the season comes back around. Just the Tip says, "Dear God, please bring Julio Jones. Yes, his acquisition would make the Cardinals offense an unrelenting juggernaut. Amen."
Yeah.
Oh, dear God, please.
It would make matchups against the Cardinals suddenly that much more difficult, wouldn't it? I mean, few teams could manage D-Hop and Julio Jones. A few teams.
Well, who's that other guy you guys just got too? You got another receiver.
AJ Green.
Oh, yeah, AJ Green. That's right. Yeah.
Man Bear Pig says, so no faith in AJ Green then, huh?
I have a lot of faith in AJ Green. I think AJ Green's going to come in and take over where Larry is. Larry's going to retire. I just have this feeling.
Yeah.
Been saying it all along. I think that's
Hope
it.
not. Hope you're wrong.
I hope not too. But I mean, look at his production over the last couple of seasons with the Cardinals. So I wouldn't blame him. And he's been doing this a long time. But look, we've got AJ Green, we got D-Hop, and if you bring in Julio Jones, what are you going to do? What team can match that up well? Somebody's going to get open somewhere. We're going to get you somewhere.
Hitting the Nut says nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what Aaron Rodgers wants. It's a beautiful mystery. Ukla says, you know what? Okay, I can't even understand what that all says.
By the way, can I respond to that, Randy, on who can defend that trio of wide receiver core?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be Cliff Kingsbury. Only he can stop that offense from succeeding.
With bad calls.
Wow, yes. Phil. Thanks, Phil. You know what? I was feeling bad about all these jokes about your team. No more.
No more jokes.
Have a
Now,
great
now
night.
you've gone and done that. Now you've done
Have a
it,
great
Phil.
weekend, Phil. I hope these saunter and sear into your soul.
Okay, now I understand what Ukla was trying to say. He says, you know what's odd? Felipe Lepunk asked LeBron and his love affair with China. Okay, I take it back. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know what's odd? Felipe Lepunk asked LeBron and his love affair with China.
Okay, so do I know what's up with his love of China? Is that what we're going with?
Well,
some people like to eat off of ceramic plates, plastic plates, paper plates. He likes China. I know what you want from me. Hefty Lefty says, I hate that Tebow made the number 15 more synonymous with him than Brandon Marshall. I hate having to explain my jersey.
Well, listen, I disagree 100%. The number 15 does not represent Tim Tebow. Who does it represent, really? I mean, if you think about it, when you think of the number 15, what comes to mind?
The guy who's about to get cut?
The Mississippi mud flap in Jacksonville? I think it could be the great, the one, the only, the legend, Gardner Minshew.
Large Marge says, you know that video Hot for Teacher, if you guys did that, Phil could play himself. I forgot about that character.
No, come on.
I forgot that character. That's me. Mr. Pringle says, I'm going outside to stand. If anybody asks, I'm outstanding. By the way, if the Cards were to trade for Julio Jones, they'd better get a step stool in the deal as well.
Oh.
Here we go. Thought we were getting past that.
Here we go.
Random texter says, what does it matter who the Cardinals signed for wide receiver anyway? Tyler's not going to know they're there except for when they're in the huddle.
But Kyler will.
Booger Wolf says, B-L-A. We agree.
B-L-A.
In every sense of the word, we agree. He says, well, it's on to Monday, boys. Hope we're talking about his Suns' victory next Monday. Go Suns. Go Fourth Dimension. Love the show, boys. Happy Friday and happy Suns playoff to everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Same
Booger
to you.
Wolf.
Yep.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, I'm not sure who sucks more, Los Angeles Lakers or Phil. Well, I can't stand the Lakers. I can stomach Phil for 3 hours a day. So when the Phoenix Suns upset the Lakers, can you ask him if he'll give the credit to the Suns and say the Lakers suck? And you and Randy could please sing that wonderful song for me, because you're going off the air about the Lakers.
Trust me, if the Lakers lose and they're fully healthy, I will be the first person to say the Lakers suck.
He will. He will. I believe it. Yeah.
So you want to do the song there, Randy?
Maybe we should try on Monday when we're more in sync.
I would love to.
Oh, that's a good point. We're not in the same studio right now, so Burn in Hell Lakers.
Burn in Hell Lakers.
Burn in Hell Lakers.
Shut the hell
up, Phil.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See,
Thank you
we're
very
a
much.
lot of sync. We're a little out
Thank
of
you.
sync there.
Well, I know. Did that sync up on your end, Phil?
It got there a little close there at the end. By the
All
end,
right.
you guys hit the Phil at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think it has more to do with the fact that Randy's guzzling down some whiskey right now more than
Sipping
Sipping.
whiskey.
sipping.
Yeah.
There's no guzzle.
Yeah, there's no sipping either. What are you, nuts? Bring out your dad, says Ukla Napa Bob says, I think Large Marge is a guy. Well, yeah, he's already told us that. He is a guy. Large Marge is indeed a guy. Floppy Bumper says, the moment Kyler Murray learns to read a defense, that will be the season the Cardinals win the What the hell? He wasn't a short joke. He says the moment he learns to read a defense, that'll be the season the Cardinals win the Super Bowl. He's actually saying nice things.
Well, all right, I'll take it back, but I still believe that Kyler can read a defense. He has no problem reading a defense. I don't think that's an issue at all.
He sometimes keeps the ball too long. He runs too fast. He needs to start going through his progressions faster.
Correct. I
Okay.
would give you that.
How's that? Is that an
I like
appropriate
that.
analysis?
I like that.
Everyone's stunned. Jeffrey just said a smart sports thing. Sorry, don't mean to shatter the stereotype, but we'll move on. Baker's Cocky Hen says, go Suns. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to hear Phil on Monday. Well, either way, I'd say give him the day off. No pay.
No pay on top of
Yeah, why not?
Oh, come on.
Random texter says, we don't need Filthy Phil to say the Lakers suck. We'll already know they do. Hitting the Nut says, happy middle finger emoji Friday. That's not even a day. You just wanted to send me a middle finger emoji.
Let us all celebrate accordingly.
Baby Got Dak says, I think Jeffrey should just break down and buy a smoker grill already. You know, Jeffrey, smoking meat is not that hard, and it's not a sport. Well, I could do it. Yeah, I could absolutely do it. Actually, Randy gave me a good recommendation for a smoker. I'm gonna get me one of those things. I don't know. I feel like that was some sort of a insult, but I didn't take it like one. Yeah, you're right. Boomer Sooner says, gentlemen, God's peace be with you this weekend. And as always, Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner to you.
Oh, wait, you said you were going to practice that Jarrah.
Oh, I forgot. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me work
Monday.
on. I don't want to unleash that and have it
Monday.
go badly. And besides, I'm not sure I should because that's not where Jerry Jones went to school. So he would never actually do that. But I'll give it a shot. Ookla, enough of that, man. Justin Tip says, hey, what's on tap for the race setup? And by the way, I need an Evan Williams for all the NASCAR fans out there. So, all
There
right,
you go.
what's going on your show tonight there, Randy?
Well, in about 6 minutes, Alex Hayden is going to join us in the second segment of tonight's race setup. We're going to talk about what happened at Dover. There was history made there. You'll have to tune in and listen to how that means. Also, a top-tier driver is leaving his team he's been with for several years.
Ooh, David Pearson?
No. He's going to join another legendary team at the NASCAR level and become an owner and driver for that team. And as I said, Alex Hayden will join us. The Chief and I will be up at 6 o'clock tonight on the race setup. Follow us on Twitter at the race setup.
There you go. That's the race setup coming up next at 6 p.m. And if you're up early tomorrow, you can take a listen to it there at 7 a.m. as well. Do we have time for on this date in Big George's first history?
We got
or are we
about
out of
15
time?
seconds.
Oh, there's no time. There is no time.
Sorry.
It was going to be about how back in 2000, Major League Baseball had its first 6 Grand Slam day. And that was,
wow.
1 year after it got the mark with 5. So, I won't bore you with it. There's no time, but that was kind of an incredible day in baseball.
You know what? Since we started out 2 minutes earlier, can we just be quiet for the rest of this time?
Well, this is the outro, which is only going to go for about 45 more seconds. You can certainly be quiet for the rest of the time if you like.
You're right. That doesn't make sense.
Have a great weekend, Jeff Cope.
You too, Randy. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. And Phil, I know you're going to have a spectacular weekend looking for jobs all weekend on the internet and in the newspapers.
I expect messages come Sunday.
Going to the message board at ASU and going, God, there's got to be something I can do here. Ripping numbers down. Yeah. All right. Yes, we shall do some tweeting and we shall do some texting on Sunday. Good luck, Suns. Burn in hell, Lakers, and we'll see you guys Monday here at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.